Okay. Test, 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 test. 1, 2, 3. Can people hear? Can people hear? Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. I have to say, in over a decade of streaming, I don't think I've ever had a situation where I literally got through the lead up and the video and all that kind of stuff, literally had my mic on and was like, hey, and the internet just went down. I was like, what? And honestly, I looked around, and at first I didn't know what was going on because I did notice there were a couple of weird hiccups earlier today, but I chalked it up to just being like, one of them was a driver issue on my gaming computer, which I fixed. But I was just like, there must be something else that I'm missing that's causing this, whatever. So I guess they'd been having kind of like sporadic things on and off. And suddenly they decided to just take that extra step. So that's kind of a weird way to open a stream. So sorry, everybody. I had my whole big hey, and then, so I don't know. The speed is now back up to normal. We'll see. Maybe it was temporary, but there were like tons and tons of reports from around my area of internet, like Go NetSpeed is my provider, and of Go NetSpeed customers being down, having their internet down. A ton of people in my area. So something happened, and I wonder, again, they do a lot of business in New York State, and I wonder if the horrific weather that, we've been having, the blizzard, obviously, in New York State and all that stuff, of that horrific cold weather and everything, just sort of affected a backbone somewhere, that had that impact. So I don't know. I'm hoping it doesn't repeat itself. I really am, because I would love to be able to get in a couple of, I don't know, just a couple of couple hours here playing a game, bonus stream. I do that, please. Family's not here. Love to hang out with people. Can I? Is that okay? Is that too much to ask? But it's good to see everybody. I hope everyone is doing well. Sorry for that weird aborted beginning. I just didn't. The internet can't control that. But I can at least control that. How we react to it. Right. That's the stoic way. Here, let me grab this 1 second. Okay, cool. So you folks already heard this earlier on today, but again, just very quickly, if you haven't already done so, please follow the channel, check out the YouTube, Discord, Twitter, website. You know how to do all those things. Please check out the shop and the Patreon. You know how to do those things as well. Please support my Icarus graphic novel, my Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library, and my Gray Shade novel, and all that sort of stuff over there. And please make sure to support, as always, BLM, Black Lives Matter. Important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. Excavation Point Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and to reach out to others when they need help as well. And Excavation Point Ukraine, Ukraine, to help the fine people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war. And that is all I'm going to do as far as that's concerned tonight, because I want to get playing, and I'm already kind of thrown off by whatever the hell that was that's got things started. But it is good to see folks, especially if I didn't see you earlier on today. Happy holidays. I hope everyone's doing well, as we are ready to go and get a little bit of No One Lives Forever bonus streaming in. So I hope Dragonspear shows up, because of course this is all about the love for Dragonspear, all about the love for him. That's really the key here to all of this. Just a second. Something looks weird about that. One sec. That does not look right. Okay, that looks better. There was this weird sort of stretched effect that was going on, and I was like, what is this? So that was a little odd. That was weird, but we're back in the club. So I hope everyone's doing well. And yeah, we're doing a bonus stream with me. For those of you who missed this earlier on, also hi Miranda and hi Prince Justin. It's good to see you. And hi, I think I saw Emily in here. Thank you so much, Emily, for stopping by yet again. Good to see you. So yeah, if you missed earlier today, I am recuperating from finally having been hit by the COVID bug. I got it on Friday, or at least my symptoms started on Friday. It's very probable that the place where I actually got it was the only place that symptomatically that time-wise lines up, and that was the dentist where I was getting my 6-month checkup. Because you have to go to a dentist to get your teeth cleaned, people. You need to get your teeth taken care of. So that was the time. It's kind of hard to mask up when you have to have your mouth open for 45 minutes while they're cleaning your teeth, or actually a half hour. But you know what I'm saying. Just amazing. I was kind of like, wow. But it was there was one day of it that was moderate. I have had definitely worse, but there was a day that I definitely felt it. I was achy and uncomfortable. I had a high fever at one point. I had a fever of 104. Went slightly over, like 104.1. And then I monitored. It didn't stay there for long though, and it didn't feel that warm, but I did feel lousy, obviously. And then it dropped down to like 103.6 and 103.3 and on, down and down. And as of I checked it today, I'm currently at 99, like a low grade fever. When my wife and my daughter my son, when my wife and my son had this, when they got back from Gen Con in August, it took them basically a similar trajectory. They felt bad for a few days, and then they started feeling much better. And then they had this sort of low level fever, and for them it hovered around for a couple of days, I think, or a few days, 2 or 3 days, and then that dissipated as well, and that was that. So far I would say, I was achy and I have a stuffy nose a little bit, and I've been blowing my nose, and there's a cough here and there, so you'll still hear some of that. That has not gone away completely, but in general, again, I will reiterate for those of you who missed my earlier message, get vaccinated, because I have no doubt that my getting vaccinated and being fully vaccinated and boosted is why this was a moderate thing, and it meant that I was out of commission for a few days. It still sucks, right? Because I missed everything over Christmas. Didn't get to hang out with my family. I got to like unwrap presents with them with my mask on, socially distanced and all that. But that's not the way I want to spend time with my family. I don't want to be separate from them in the same house and all that. And spending the last few days doing nothing but that was no fun away from them. And now they're going down to see my father-in-law who's in town. He's in his mid-70s and immunocompromised. So guess who can't go go hang out with him? So that means that I'm here basically on my own. My mother-in-law lives with us and is down the first floor. But again, obviously I can talk to her, but I can't actually go down there because, again, also early 70s. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just basically means you're isolated and whatever. So that's fine. Like, I mean, I'll get through that, but it's just the timing sucks. Like, this is not that it's ever good, but it's just not great timing that it happened right at this time. But it would have been 10 times worse, and of course, as we all know, sadly, potentially fatal, if I wasn't vaccinated and boosted. Simple as that. So please make sure that you get that as soon as possible. My feeling on it is that I dodged it for almost 3 years. I went to World Cons and I took tons and tons of tests over here, all of which I can now throw out, because I'll probably keep the first one that I tested negative on, which was literally the one that I took before I headed down to Worldcon in DC a couple years back. But I feel like in general, I dodged this bullet all the way until very late 2022. And that was the whole idea. The longer that you can wait before the infection happens, and I think it's pretty likely that the overwhelming majority of us are going to get some version, some infection of this at some point. I don't see how that's avoidable at this point. But some version, there's a lot in that sentence. There's a lot of that phrase of some version. And if you get it after being fully vaccinated and boosted, living as healthy a lifestyle as you possibly can, and after we have much better understandings of the virus and protocols and how to treat it, the longer you wait and the more research we do, the better the outcomes. And we can see that from the plummeting death rates in the vaccinated. The overwhelming amount of deaths that we see are in unvaccinated populations and immunocompromised too. Fortunately, I'm not in that latter category, thankfully, but I am, fortunately, in the vaccinated category. So go get it, do it. It's important. And so, yeah. Yeah, no, I know. I know you were. I know you were. No, I didn't see those messages, Emily. I know you were vaccinated. I know. Like I say, I tried to reiterate that this is, this is not a one size fits all thing for everybody. But statistically, as you know, the overwhelming majority of people are going to have much milder cases if they're vaccinated. And you know that your situation without vaccination would have been 10 times worse, even. And I know it was hell for you. So, yeah, it's brutal. Yeah, I know it's terma, but it doesn't dodge their ability to stop severe disease. It does not do that. In fact, I was watching a really interesting video with Paul Offit, who is no big deal, just the creator of the rotavirus vaccine in children. And he's the director of the Vaccine Information Center at the University of Philadelphia. He's a big time doctor and researcher and scientist. And Offit's point was that the overall vaccines, literally even the first vaccines, assuming again full vaccination and boosting, have still been as effective as ever at preventing severe hospitalization and death. Like, so that's hugely important. Yeah, no, I know, definitely, Emily. But I'm just emphasizing, like, I was thinking about it, your situation was like, it was really brutal for you. And I was like, God, can you even imagine? And as you say, you probably wouldn't be here. I mean, it's hard to think about that, but that's probably true. So it's really important to be able to get this. So, oh, no, 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 of course, of course. And I know, I mean, I know from the way you described it, was awful. And it was just so much going on. I mean, we don't have to rehash, but it was such, like, it was also like a huge emotional, like, let down after Gen Con, and there was just a bunch of stuff. It was just all kinds of things that went into that mix for the psychological aspect of it, to say nothing of the physical. So no, I feel very fortunate that I did not experience that level. I haven't experienced that level of it at all. And as I said, I really haven't complained about my feeling, physical feeling. It just kind of sucks, that I wasn't able to hang out with my family at a time that, given how important they are to me. But they're fine, and they're all good, and they're going to be back here at the end of the week, and I'm going to have a nice New Year's Eve with them and all that kind of good stuff. So, so it'll be good. I'll be fine. And as I say, I'm very grateful that the vaccines are all here. So that's right. The name of Mad-Eyed Moody, constant vigilance. That's right. Well, I mean, and again, a lot of it is just, not taking things for granted. And, as I say, if I were like, I don't know, if I had been like, let me go to a random bar, because, that's all how I like to roll, go to random bars. But if I was like, let me go to a random bar and let me just go, drink a bunch of alcohol and hang out with people, well, then, I mean, I'm taking my own risks, right? I don't think there's anything I can do about going to a dentist. Like, I have to, and also I should have mentioned this too, by the way. I have a local dentist 5 minutes from my house. It's a good dentist, and the office is not enormous. But they're all masked. They're all wearing scrubs. They all have gloves. The place is immaculate, right? And there's like maybe one other patient all the way down on the other side. They stagger everybody. So like, what are you going to do? Like, in the end, it is what it is, right? But I feel very lucky anyway that the vaccine means that I will be able to get clear. So it's just blah, 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 blah. Right. And the Paxlovid, yeah. No, I didn't use any medications. No, my situation was never severe enough to require it, Miranda. First of all, I don't fall into any of the high risk groups. I'm not immunocompromised. If anything, I'm overloaded. My immune system is very robust. Thanks. It's not like, it doesn't like attack anything that moves, but my immune system, whenever I get sick, and I get sick very seldom, but when I get sick, I know it, because my immune system's like, yo, get the F out. So, so I was never a serious case. I think that if my fever that went to the 104, if my fever kept going up, or stayed there, because I really wasn't sleeping very well that first night. And so I checked my temperature every couple hours. If I checked it and it was like 104, and then I checked it 2 hours later, it was 104, checked it again, 104. Like if it, or went up even, well, then I would have had a problem and I might have had to go see someone. But it was up there for like 2 hours or 3 hours. And then it dropped to like 103.8, and then 103.3, and then 103.1, and it just gradually dropped until now it's at like 99, right? So that was the case. No, not because all of my family is vaccinated and boosted. B, all of my family except my daughter have already had it. They've been infected with a breakthrough infection, which is the best kind of immunity. Allegedly, is you don't want to get it because you don't ever want to get COVID. But if you're going to get immunity, like having two vaccinations and a boost and an infection is like the gold standard. It's just you don't want the gold standard because you don't want to get COVID if you can avoid it. Short of that, though, so it's not that. And also the symptoms the timeline doesn't match up, Marinda, because I wasn't in the same place at the same time. The only ones that work are this one trip that I took basically a day and a half before, where I had to pick up a Christmas gift. That was walking into a store, picking it up, and leaving. And again, that doesn't match up with symptom timeline. That's a day and a half later, as opposed to when I went to the dentist on Monday, and that is, to be clear, 4 days later, which is right on line with what is expected. So I'm almost positive that that's what it is. And that's literally the only trip I've been taking that I've been out. Otherwise, I've been here doing edits and hanging out and doing stuff like that. So all the family is tested negative again, by the way, twice since this time. So not for me. 103.5 classic hits. Now, you don't want to take an antiviral. You do not want to take an antiviral if you're not one of those groups, and I'll tell you why. Number one, I do not want to take because now most of the country has got ample supply. But there are places in the country where supply is not necessarily ample of antivirals. And I, as I said, don't match up in any of those risk groups. The only group that I'm even on the fringe of is the age. And literally the age is 50 to and then they have three more cohorts, like 50 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to... I'm literally just turned 50 a few months ago. So that's the only one I'm even on the fringe on. Everything else, I'm not overweight. So that apparently is not a risk group. I'm not immunocompromised, as I said. That is not a risk group. None of those, I have none of those other issues that make me immunocompromised. So I'm not going to take an antiviral when it's not warranted, and when it would be taking it away from someone who really does need it. Now, again, if I'd kept monitoring, because remember, Paxlovid has to be taken within 5 days of symptoms to be most effective. Well, I was monitoring myself on day 1.5, I guess, really, because I started noticing it. I tested myself Saturday morning after I started to feel weird on Friday. Saturday morning is when I noticed. So say, within 24 hours, right? And the temperature problem I mentioned happened that night. So within 36 hours, if it had kept going up, then I would have called in and I would have gotten the doctor to give it to me, and I would have been on it within 3 days, which is fine. But I wasn't. And it went back down. As I say, it started going back down. And my other symptoms, I never had issues with taste or smell, never had trouble breathing. I have a little pulse oximeter that was always 98, 99. It was always right where it was supposed to be in terms of oxygen level. And I was keeping myself well hydrated. I know my own body. If anything, I'm tendency to be like, wait, what was that twinge? And so, yeah, that was not, I was not concerned about that. Paxlovid rebound is very controversial in terms of what all that actually means. But of course, Emily, as she just mentioned in here, obviously experienced firsthand what that can be like. So again, no reason to add in other stuff until, again, it's sure that it's needed. And it was never really borderline. There was never a point that I'm like, oh, I don't know. Again, if the fever had stayed the way it was for another 6-7 hours, then maybe, but that's all. Thank you, Dragon. Very kind of you. Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't see the, I don't know why I didn't see that. Did you just send that today, Emily? I don't know why I didn't see that. Maybe, I mean, I turned off Discord about an hour ago. Did you send it? I don't know why I didn't see that. Whoa, excuse me. Sorry. That's weird. Give me a second. Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, like I say, though, I've had the highest fever I think I've ever had. I mean, whenever, as I say, I don't get sick much, but when I have fevers, and I've definitely had them, they're usually like 102.5, 102.7, 102.3, 102.6, like those are the sort of standard whatever fevers, typical fevers, right? When they get really high, 103.5, I did have a fever some years ago where it was like 104.3 or something. No, 104. I think it was like 104.4. And that was for a very bad, basically 24-hour bug that had been going around. And so I think my wife called that in, actually did the on-call nurse. And she was like, yeah, the area you're in, this is what you're experiencing. How long has he had it this long? And so I ended up not having to come in for that. So again, I'm not going to be I'm not like, I'm a macho hero. If, as I said, I was monitoring it all the time. If I had found that it was, if it stayed there for a while, then I might have called someone. And I also, again, the pulse ox level never dropped, and I never felt super blown out, like just blown away. You know what I mean? Like, I've had situations, where I felt like I was hit by a truck with some of these things. This didn't feel like that to me. I felt achy. It was definitely worse than just a cold. But I've had worse, pre-COVID than this. So, No, I'm not checking it now. I'm not going to check it now. It's okay. You blame Word for the infection. Yeah, thanks, Miranda. Well, yeah, and I think being fully vaccinated really helped that, make it fortunate. So, but yeah, I mean, again, you don't want to get it. Job 1, don't get it. Job 2, get it as late as possible so that the most research can be done. Job 3, follow the best protocols when you're doing it. This is all assuming full vaccination, etc. And then job number 4, rest and recuperate. Also, job number 5, really important to all out there, don't beat yourself up, because this is extremely difficult, as Termo pointed out, to avoid getting at this point. At least to avoid getting altogether. And be aware that the overall case levels and severity of case levels, most importantly, severity of case levels, has dropped. Still too high, but it's dropped significantly, and that's because of a higher and higher circulating immunity profile. So anyway, we got there. My COVID antibodies, well, they're going to be high now. They're going to be damn high now. I mean, remember, too, the antibodies, too. I can't believe we're talking about this instead of playing No One Lives Forever. We'll do that in a second. Remember, too, Dragon Spear, you know this, but the immune system has also got the T cells and the B cells, and those are actually as important than the antibodies. There's been so much focus on the neutralizing antibodies, which are important to keep from infection in the first place. But what really matters are the T cells and B cells that can churn out these things to fight faster. I didn't realize, I was reading more about this. Do you realize that the freaking immune cells are so incredible that they literally alter and shift and adjust, not just to better fit the profile, but they literally fit and adjust to become more sticky to particular styles of the virus within the virus? I was just like, what? Insane. The amount of refinement is absolutely absurd. As much as when I'm guilty of it myself, complain about my body sometimes feeling out of sync with my head and being like, come on, body, get it together. But man, if you think about what the immune system's like, yeah, all right, let's go. Let's put out this, chart out this, associate this. It's kind of wild if you think about it, that it's able to do all of that. It's just wild. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, of course. It is just so not your fault, Emily. And it really, unless you're the kind of person who has deliberately chosen not to be vaccinated and not to mask yourself in dangerous situations, go out in these dangerous situations, then I do not have sympathy for you. And then, in fact, I find you frustrating because you are putting other people at risk. If you're not doing that, though, and if you are fully vaccinated and boosted, then, and I'm not one of those people who's like, plus you need to stay away from each other forever. No, I also am not down with that. We cannot forever live in bunkers. No. But what you should do is take precautions like being vaccinated and boosted, and making sure that if you have very high circulation areas, maybe don't go to a, freaking indoor rock concert that day. You know what I mean? But separate of that, this is not your doing. It's not your fault. And what we are doing now is reducing. Again, I encourage everyone to look up Paul Offit, who I have great respect for anyway. I did before this, but I just have respect because he's just so calm. He's just kind of like, look, blah, 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 this. And whenever I'm not feeling well, what I really want is the super boring medical professional. I don't want the movie Patch Adams, very heartwarming movie. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I don't want clown guy making jokes, even if it's Robin Williams, if I'm not feeling well, in an adult way. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be, ha, ha, ha. No, I want a guy who comes in, he's just like, well, I've looked at the following conditions, blah, 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 blah. What does that mean? It means you're fine. Like that. I want the super competent dude, super competent person who's just kind of like, yes, my job is to relate to you that everything's fine. Like, that's what I want. Hey, what's up, Drew? Yeah, I got it on Friday. I think you may have missed this, Drew. I think the only timeline that works is that I got it because it was the only trip that I took, basically, except one quick trip to the store a day and a half before I got symptoms, and that doesn't work out timeline-wise. The only thing that works out is 4 days before I went to the dentist for my 6-month cleaning, because you're supposed to go to the freaking dentist. And I thought going to the dentist between Christmas and New Year's when no one else is going, and sure enough, they didn't. Like, are you kidding me? Oh, I guess it was, I shouldn't say that. I should say before Christmas. I guess it was the Monday before Christmas. It wasn't quite that way. Oh my God. Yeah, I know, Miranda, I know. I hope that we learn as a society, though. There is a whole argument. I know I'm sure you know about the whole Gaia theory, and I don't totally buy into all of the implications of that, but the sort of whole earth organism theory. But there is a theory that there is essentially a kind of immunosystem for the species, and that we do select for more sort of, this is going to sound bizarre, but stay with me for a moment, more sort of working collectively over time. Now, that's going to sound ridiculous. You'll be like, what? We've only grown more individual over time and more separate. Bullshit. That's not actually true. That is what the media has self-selected and fed. It's what social media amplifies, but it is not true. And I would encourage you, actually, anyone who hasn't done this already, to go read Humankind by Rutger Bregman, who is an economist who did this full-out, actually an anthropologist, really, who did this full-out study of, and the book is super fascinating, about the idea that, quite apart from the traditional belief, which is that mankind has evolved to be selfish and that we need societies to protect ourselves from ourselves, that in fact the reality is that mankind has evolved to work together, and that it is only, Homo sapiens only exists, not because we were stronger, bigger, faster, but because we were literally more compassionate and driven towards each other, and we collectively out-evolved those who weren't. I find that incredibly optimistic. Like, I don't know if there's a more uplifting message. And it's backed up by evidence after evidence after evidence. Really, really interesting. Oh geez, only that's funny. Thank you, Diginferno. I appreciate it, and I hope everyone had a happy holiday. And let's go play some No One Lives Forever. One positive sign to all this, though, one positive sort of silver lining to this is that I get to hang out with you and I get to stream more over the next few days. So, because my family's not here until Friday, so we're streaming today. I'm probably going to tomorrow edit a bunch of stuff in the morning, and then I'm going to stream at night, and I'm probably going to do the same damn thing on Thursday. I'm going to do it again on Friday. Yes, why not? And also, I'm going to share this with all of you, chat. You all ready? Yeah. No, I've read that exact example. I'm telling you, Miranda, we got to go. I know you would read that book. Read that book with an open mind, and I think you will be struck and surprised. And I know you are a person who believes in the open mind. He actually talks about an example very similar to that. It is a complete reinterpretation of what's actually rendered in those, in a lot of those experiments. The Milgram experiments, various experiments about soldiers and under what circumstances they do what and how and why. It's a striking book. Okay. No, orange chocolate is great, but I got something else too. Right? You all ready? You all ready for this? Le caramel. Now, I got this from my mother-in-law. Now, I will admit to all of you that I love the caramel flavoring. In fact, probably my favorite ice cream, although chocolate marshmallow has made a comeback in recent months, I would say. But dulce de leche ice cream is probably still my favorite, though like I say, chocolate marshmallow is really good. But dulce de leche is probably right up there, right? Is probably my favorite. So I really like caramel flavoring. I don't usually love chewy caramels because I don't love super chewy stuff. However, I think we need to see just how chewy this is. And if it is true that my dentist is responsible, well, then this one's for you, Steve Martin. Will you go downtown? Okay, now let's see. Again, if this is too chewy, I'm not. Oh, look at what is this? Look at this. That's hollow. Look, the caramel's going to eat your soul, chat. Raw, raw. See, they make it seem like okay. No. I'm having them after I had my teeth cleaned. I get this as a reward for getting my teeth cleaned. Yeah, very funny, Dragon. Those got there 4 days ahead of time, sir. Fortunately for me, I have delivery confirmation. And you're welcome. I think you'll like both of them. I really do think you'll like both of them. I do think you're going to like both of them. But the sci-fi book in particular, yeah. Hi, Mrs. Dunsel. Happy holidays. No, that's fine. Oh, you mean I missed Christmas? Oh. Oh, when I get done with this, I'll pop on Discord, Emily, when I get done. And I hope it does get resolved too. It was good. Still a little too chewy. Flavor's great though. Caramel flavor is just, and I think that's why it works so well in vanilla ice cream. Because something about the sort of, I really like the kind of, I don't know how to describe it. There's kind of a, like, because a lot of vanilla is bland. I never thought vanilla was bland. I kind of like the sort of flavor of it. But it's a flavor that when you mix it with something, it just complements a lot of things that go along with it, which is why chocolate chips work in it and whatever. But dulce de leche in particular is just like, oh man, so good. So yeah, my dad's favorite ice cream was black raspberry, which was good. It was good. Watching from Japan. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I hope they are doing well, Mrs. Dunsel. That's right. I saw Commander Dunsel's tweet saying like we're going too fast or something like that because you were like you had landed already and you were like driving along. And happy holidays and happy New Year and thank you for stopping by. And yeah, best to your folks and your loved ones and all that. And thank you, B, for being so awesome all year. And if I don't see you this year, I'll see you next year in a week. Oh, that's great. And if you're not leaving, also awesome. Well, but I did, Dragon, I did announce on Twitter, though, that I was feeling under the weather. Excuse me. I did announce that I was feeling under the weather. That wasn't COVID. That was caramel. Much better tasting than COVID. Yeah, I did announce it on Twitter actually that day, and I said I was under the weather. I don't think I said anything the day after that because I was sick that day. Maybe next time I will also try to. I don't think I was feeling up to logging on to Discord. Maybe that's why. I the only reason I had Twitter is because I just popped it on my phone, right? So I was just like zip, bop, 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 bop. And that was before I started feeling the worst of that time. But I will try to keep that in mind. I know, and I appreciate, there were a few people who just sort of reached out. Emily sent some good wishes along via text, which was nice, and which I appreciated, along with some other, some friends of mine too. And that was all nice. So, all right. So that was good. That was good caramel. I like it. I just want that to be a little bit softer. The big issue actually is the battle for best dessert between dulce de leche ice cream and a cinnamon bun without raisins. That is very difficult. The best answer, of course, is both. Dulce de leche sundae over a cinnamon bun. That's no. I can't. That I've always had a hard time with it though. Cinnamon buns are so good, and yet dulce de leche is so good. How does one choose? We'll ponder that together as we attack spies. Let's do it. It's true. You combine them. Well, you would think that that would be the thing to do, right? But I mean, I don't know. It always feels like there should be some way to combine them without just adding them. You know, do I get a brownie or a sundae? How about a brownie sundae? Well, I mean, okay. A cookie or ice cream? How about a ice cream cookie sandwich? Like, yeah, okay. In America, we just like slam all of it together and have more of it. But like, that's frankly, we could do less. We do with less of that status, right? Excuse me. So instead, what we need is to how to like take the best elements. You know what I mean? This is right, Marina. This is what I'm saying, and I've said this a million times on stream. I do not understand why people have a delicious product and they're like, now let me hide some turds in it. Because that's what you're doing, right? If they really cared about cinnamon buns, do you know how many cinnamon buns I've had where I've been betrayed? And I'm like, oh, a delicious, oh. And I'm like, why, if you love your raisins, would you hide them unless you knew for a fact that there were a lot of people who wouldn't buy it otherwise? And secondly, and this thing I've never understood, if you know that many of your customers, some of your customers like raisins, many of your customers don't like raisins, it's not like when you put a bun together that doesn't have raisins, that the people who do like raisins are going to go, this bun tastes like dirt because it does not have raisins. They're going to go, oh, this is good. It would be even better if it had raisins. Whereas if you put raisins into a bun for people who don't like raisins, we're like, this is horrific. And people are like, we could just pick them out. I'm like, I've done that noise too. So that means I have to unwrap the whole damn bun, pick out every raisin, reassemble the bun. It's just, and you know how pathetic I feel just being like, I just come on. Oh, I understand, Emily. But you told me, well, I mean, you were talking to me about soups, but you were talking about some super legit, though, vegan desserts that you really liked. And that's, you were going to get, and yeah, I understand. And that's very hard because, you know, like standing around while everyone is having a good time with something and you're like, you know, I actually had a similar experience that in a lot of my experience in college because everybody around me drank except me. Like literally everyone on my floor, every single person drank but me. And it wasn't because I picked that floor. It wasn't. And these are very nice people, especially my senior year was better. My senior year, they still drank, but they weren't crazy. My junior year was terrible. Senior year, they drank, but they wasn't crazy, but they still all drank all the time. you know, so the dairy is a total choice, doesn't need to be there. Oh, interesting. Yeah, try this, tourist. It's a cultural delicacy. Yeah, that's true. Could be. No, that's fair. I'm sure that it, but you would agree with me, Dragon Spear, that it's not like 80-20 likes raisins to not, right? Because that's never been my experience, like at my church bake sale. No, I mean like at the bake sales and things like that for schools of my kids and churches and things like that, like that it's actually usually the other way, but it's not overwhelming. It's not like 90-10 no raisin to raisin. It's like 60-40, 70-30 or something. 3/3 to 1/3? Yeah. 3/3 to 1/3. You mean 3/4? Isn't that 3/4? Think cries in math. I think that's 3/4, isn't it? But yeah. Two-thirds. Yeah, okay. But but it's not an over, right. My point being that's fair. I mean, again, my numbers were the other way, although maybe not quite that extreme. But it's not like, 9 out of 10 people like raisins and one person doesn't. That's not where it's at. Oh, it's Terma. Oh, it's a good thing that I've known you for a long time, is Terma. Otherwise, I'd just be terrified. I'd just be like, what is this troll? Oatmeal raisin cookie, best cookie. And that's another lie. And this isn't just me. You talk to most people and they'll say, oh, a delicious chocolate. Oh, again, why are you hiding it if it's so great? And by the way, also, why can't we just have oatmeal cookies? My daughter does that, by the way. My daughter makes just like straight oatmeal cookies. Those are awesome. You do not need, snickerdoodles are awesome too. You know what you don't need? Raisins. And if you're going to make things if you have to put something in your oatmeal, chocolate chip, man, that's good. Oatmeal chocolate chip, woo. Oh my goodness. Double chocolate is solid. I can get behind that. I do have a question though, for anyone who has ever enjoyed Oreos. I saw this debate. Do you prefer, like, is double stuff too much? Because it always felt like too much to me. I was always like, when I was younger, I don't have Oreos much anymore, but I was like, when I was younger and had an Oreo, I'd be like, an Oreo is good. A double Oreo? Why? So I don't know. Right, that's right. I actually knew that. I did know that there's no dairy in Oreo. I always liked, I liked both chocolate and vanilla Oreo. Oh, yeah. But it's not bland. What keeps it from being bland is cinnamon, touch of nutmeg, and sugar. That's what gives it variability. Sour variability. Is there anything more than that? Is there more than that? Drew? Okay. We did that. Oh, wait. What's my objective? Proceed to apartment 12 and await further orders. Hi. Hello? Hi.
I locked myself out again. How irritating.
I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, darn it. Do.
I heard he plans to marry the American girl.
You mean the girl who refuses to wear shoes?
Yes, her.
I wonder if all American girls despise shoes. It seems very strange, but America is a strange country.
What is that
She
accent?
may be crazy, but she is attractive.
Ah, but you're invariably attracted to crazy women.
What?
All women are crazy.
What is this
Not so
accent?
loud.
What is this accent? Oh, crazy. What? Are we in Morocco or freaking Quebec? What is this? Really? You like the double stuff better than the cookies? See, I've heard some people say the opposite, that they'd rather just have the cookies than the combination, the filling. 2 double stuff, pry the lid off both, and mash the centers together for being a double, otherwise known as diabetes. Yeah, that's good God. That's too much. It's like 4. It's like 4 times. It's four stuff. 4 times the stuff. Quatra stuff. Hello. Did you say something about all women being crazy? Are you... Wait a minute. Okay. Stay here. Chat, I want you to look at something. Take a good look at this guy's face. Okay? See him? Alright, here's this guy. Alright, now. Does this hotel have triplets? Are you clones? Speaking of double stuff, I mean... What? Okay. Okay, can't go out that way. Okay. Shouldn't 12 be on this floor? Maybe I go this way. Oh, no. The whole thing is like racist and misogynist. But I just don't. He said to go to number 12. Is there a reason that number 12 looks like it's recently been bombed? That's not good. Oh yeah, very secure.
I'm in position.
Good. He's almost there.
Catherine Archer. Our records, no thanks to Bishop, who spilled coffee in the filing cabinet, indicate that Archer is the daughter of a wealthy English lord and a Scottish noblewoman who died shortly after Archer was born. Lord Archer quickly whittled away his health and inheritance, leaving the family destitute. I see. Can I open that? No.
Here he comes. Get ready. Heading toward you. Watch for him to pass in front of the right window. He's down.
What? I did what now? What? What are you talking about? He didn't even show up. I have not played this game before, no. I have not. I don't even know if I can get... You locked yourself out of your room, right? Is that irritating?
I locked myself out again. How irritating.
I don't understand. I don't know. What the hell was that?
I heard he plans to marry the American girl.
You mean the girl who refuses to wear shoes?
Yes, her.
I wonder if all American girls despise shoes. It seems very strange, but America is a strange country.
She may be crazy, but she is attractive.
Ah, but you're invariably attracted to crazy women.
All women are crazy.
Shh, not so loud.
Okay. Oh, wait, I can't go that way. Alright, this time we quick save right there.
I'm in position.
Good. He's almost there.
Okay.
Here he comes. Get ready. Heading toward you. Watch for him to pass in front of the right window.
Okay.
You just lost yourself a customer!
This guy is too much.
It really is. I know, seriously.
Second story window, near right.
Not again!
On your
Where
left, coming
are
around
you,
the
you
building.
pesky little dime?
Second story window, on your left.
Better find it quickly before the thieves swoop in like vultures.
Why does he keep
On your
losing his
left,
coin?
coming around the building. Second story window, far right. Second story window, on your left. Heading toward you. Watch for him to pass in front of the right window.
He's calling those out pretty late, dude.
On your left, coming around the building. Excellent shooting.
You don't have to tell me that. I was standing right here.
A little humility might suit you.
I'm teasing.
Wait, what?
We make a pretty good team.
Damn, they must have spotted you. There's a group of thugs heading your way.
How many?
Looks like 6 of them. Can you handle it?
Of course I can. I'll meet you at the hotel in an hour.
How long did I go down?
Take care of yourself.
First, I'm going to take care of some evildoers.
It wasn't down for long, right? I hope. Please tell me it wasn't down for very long. Was it down for a while? Or what the? One of the body armor. Hi, jerk. You just want to play smart? Less than a minute? Okay. Okay. Well, I see it's not going to be as easy as just, okay, just go out the usual way. Jerk.
Look out for the bullets!
For the bullets. Wow.
Keep your men out of sight. We don't want to spoil our trap, do we?
This guy.
Yes, sir. I mean, no, sir. I mean, yes to the first part and no to the second part, sir.
Shut up. Just do as I say, you idiot.
Yeah, I miss Black
You look
Friday.
like you need a
No, I
monkey.
don't.
Excuse me. I have a very fine monkey for you. Only $20 American. Sorry, I don't want a monkey. What do you mean? I don't want a monkey. Why not? Because I don't like monkeys. Now get that filthy beast away from me.
Okay, remember you can shoot keyed padlocks, don't have your lockpick handy. Of course, doing so tends to make noise, so be careful, Bruno.
Are you insulting my monkey? I'm sure it's a perfectly excellent monkey, but I don't want it. Now please leave. I'm very busy. $10. No, I wouldn't want the dreadful thing even if it were free. Free? You want my children to starve? If they're hungry, I suggest you feed them the monkey. This is a valuable monkey. My wife would kill me if she knew I was offering it to you so cheap.
Hello?
Get back here!
Okay, that didn't work. That didn't work. Mistakes were made. Okay, that did. None of that worked.
Are you okay?
None of that worked. Are you okay? Okay, none of that worked. I just want to be very clear. None of that worked. That was all bad. None of that.
Keep your men out of...
You look like you need a monkey.
None of that worked.
Excuse me. I have a very fine monkey for you. Only $20 American. Sorry, I don't want a monkey. What do you mean? I don't want a monkey. Why not? Because I don't like monkeys. Now get that filthy beast away from me. Are you insulting my monkey? I'm sure it's a perfectly excellent monkey, but I don't want it. Now please leave. I'm very busy. $10. No, I wouldn't want the dreadful thing even if it were free.
Go ahead, you have made my day.
Can I get the monkey? Hey, guy. No, I can't. Okay. Oh, well. Yeah, this isn't a trap. Wait.
So just give it.
I don't actually want this weapon at all. Why did I just pick this up? Did my gun give out or something? I don't want this gun. Okay.
Hello?
Hi. You are a civilian.
Mr. Volkov said the girl will be here soon.
How will we recognize her?
You didn't see the photograph on the bulletin board?
Don't shock the
photograph?
monkey either.
Mon Dieu.
I'm sorry, nobody told me.
Mr. Volkov was very specific at the meeting this morning. He said, be sure to study the photograph on the bulletin board. If you fail to recognize her, I'll assume something is wrong with your eyes and remove them for you.
Oh yeah, it's it's very Austin
I had to
Powers.
drop my daughter
No,
at
this is
school.
very much Austin
I don't want
Powers,
it to
Rudnell,
scope
in
out my
fairness to
eyes.
them.
I have no sympathy for you. You knew this was an important mission. You should have made other arrangements for your daughter.
Can you describe the girl for me? What color is her hair?
Why should I tell you? It would serve you right to have your eyes gouged out
Is
with
this
a
even
rusty
dialogue?
spoon. You need to learn to prioritize.
Please, I beg you. Is she young or old? How does she dress?
Okay, yeah, let me
She
know,
is
Emily.
50 years old and wears a suit of armor.
I don't believe you.
She just turned 14 and she runs around in a bath towel.
What is
Curse
what?
you. May all your sons marry camels.
If you must curse someone, curse yourself. There are a lot of people who would kill to have this job. You should take your work more seriously.
Please, just tell me what color her eyes are. Blue? I'd kill every woman with blue eyes that I see. Brown? Green?
I have to get back to my post. See you later. If you have eyes.
Ah!
I wonder if that means I can just walk up to the dude. In fairness, 60s spy films were terribly misogynistic, but
Who is it?
she gotten eyes, dude. Didn't catch that. Where am I going? I'll meet him in the main lobby. Oh yeah, that'll be easy. The hell's the main?
Where are you?
No, it's definitely Austin Powers, the video game. 100%. It is not James Bond at all. I mean, you know, I guess in a vague way, but it's you know, it's James Bond by way of Austin Powers completely. That was the case with Nolf 2 actually as well. Nolf 2, which was not nearly as racist as this.
Hello?
Who? Oh, it's me. I was like, who the hell is making that noise? I was like, what's that sound? Chad, help me. Who's making that sound? And I was like, oh. Parodies, satires and parodies are very tricky business, though. Very tricky. Speaking, actually, you know what? Again, I've said this before. I really liked Alpha Protocol, which was an attempt to do an actual sort of serious spy game, and I would love to see more games like that. Oh, no, you are a... Are you Bruno? What's up, Shadowed Mage? Happy holidays, man. All agents harm alert. All agents be lookout for Unity agent Bruno Laurie, a 58-year-old Englishman. Distinguished balding, prefers tweed. Reports sightings to Executive Director Volkov. Wait, isn't that this guy? Thanks, Dragonspear. That looks like this guy. Meet Bruno in the main lobby. I hope somebody else here likes tweed. That isn't really the main lobby, I guess. Oh, God.
Who is there?
Nobody. Just the mouse.
Hello? Look out! Ah!
Oh, God. What? Is there someone over on that other guard tower? Really wish there was a way to get health. They all look like that. No, the dude in the red. I know, it's true. They do all look like that guy. Yeah, but it's very... Can't attack civilians. Can't.
What sort of getaway did you have in mind?
Something quiet and romantic. It's for our anniversary.
Well, in that case, perhaps Azru might just be the tip.
Okay. Oh, yeah? Okay. Oops. Hi. Hello. Harm file. Catherine Archer. No records exist between 55 and 63. However, activities of the Fox, a notorious female thief, coincided with Archer's known location during the period. Could it be that Kate Archer was once an infamous cat burglar? If so, what went wrong? I don't know. It's a beautiful map. And you're doing a great job. So I would just like to just thank you for contributing to the economy. And Godspeed. Nope, civilians. Which I would have guessed anyway. What is the lobby of this building? Yeah, it's supposed to be Morocco's flag.
You seen her yet?
Nope.
Damn, I gotta pee.
Well, go then.
What if she shows up while I'm in the restroom?
Good point. Can you hold it?
I guess so.
Don't be apprehensive.
There you go. Now you don't need to hold it. I do like the music cues. Oh, hey. Contains a rusty spoon, a tattered detective novel, and an eye patch. Hell yeah. Spy time. Okay. Right.
Giving you order now to stay frozen. Bullets are not my favorite.
What? Oh, okay, that was an accident. Oh. Wow. Nice work there. Aw, thanks, dude. I appreciate that. I like to think that I'm persistent. To a point. There is a point where it gets a little silly.
What sort of getaway did you have in mind?
A permanent one? Okay. I do love that music cue a lot. Oh, shoot. I don't remember. Okay, good. I did get those. Quick saving. Thank you. I did think the guy's line, "Bullets are not my favorite," was funny.
Any sign of her yet?
Nope.
Damn, I gotta pee.
Well, go then.
What if she shows up while I'm in the restroom?
Good point. Can you hold it?
Guess not.
Are you okay?
Okay. Okay, I'm going to back up here. Yeah, exactly. But some people, Dark Souls, don't be mad. I'm not even looking at you people. All right. Now, I want to get up here. Hello? Oh, shoot. Not that one. No?
Are you all right?
You aren't. Come on, where's Archer? I saw you in there. Lost my coin, dude.
I do not like.
I may not save that. Yeah, you know what? I'm not even gonna save that. I don't like that at all. I don't like losing my coin. I may actually need that later. Hi. Ooh. Oh, sorry. Sorry, pardon me. Just picking up some secret documents. 1954, Lord Archer committed suicide. Kate, then 12 years old, entered the Brighton Home for Little Wanderers, where she remained for 6 months before disappearing. Observation, it seems Miss Archer's history is not unlike that of you-know-who. Coincidence, or perhaps a fateful portent? Consult Madame Sasha for insight, right? This whole thing about the fox, which everyone seems to know. It's the worst kept secret in Spydom. Except I'm not sure why they know all this stuff about her. Wasn't she like a 2-bit 8? Well, except that she was a master thief, but like, I would think that a 2-bit, like, she was a nothing agent before this. She kept trying to get a job. That was what she was saying. Are you all right? I mean, you know, you're not there anymore, but are you okay?
What is this? Get everybody down low!
Roger. Lloyd has obtained a portion of the Unity CT-180 device page of what appears to be an instruction manual for both to your office. Francis Javier, Security Chief. Okay, sorry. Oh, yes. Body armor. As you know, chat, this is a little bit of a safety tip. When you're traveling elsewhere in just random hotels, little safety tip. Sometimes if you just wander in the halls, there will just randomly be on the ground just a suit of body armor. So, word of the wise, like, it's like take a penny, lose a penny. If you just walk along and you happen to see on the sidewalk next to you body armor, just pick that bad boy up. Okay? Like don't hesitate. It's not too dirty. You can wash it off in the sink before you actually put it on if you want, but like it's very important. Right. No, I know, but I'm saying I don't know, but they would have the same issue as the rest of them, right? They would all think she was incompetent. Hi. Oh boy. Okay. Woo. All right. Well, let's take this. Let's try to take this nice and slow. Thank you for being quiet.
Are you okay?
Are you okay? That is ridiculous, actually. What? How is that? Yeah. Exactly. It's fine, ma'am. I appreciate the color scheme. I'm gonna regret this. Ooh, maybe I'm not gonna. That might have been another way to get around them, maybe? Bump, bump. Okay. Oops. Employees. So see again, chat. Now let's do a quick quiz, okay? So here we have a suit of body armor. Do we leave it behind and say, no, that body armor, we don't know. Do we leave it behind or do we pick up the body armor? Pop quiz. You definitely don't leave it behind. Now, we actually are going to leave it behind for the moment because we have way more armor. I don't think we can pick it up, though. We probably want to wait. Hi, Triffid. Happy holidays. Right? I think that's right. Stop knocking on doors. So, yeah, I think I actually... Yeah, I want to wait to fully make use of it. Leave it behind. No, Rude, no. Oh, man. Could she at least wear soft sneakers or something? Or slippers? Like, bare feet? Anything? Okay, that's better. Carpet. Okay, wait. Before we go down there, though, I was literally just like, this is so loud. And then... That looks like a hellscape waiting to happen. Leave it behind. No, but I am going to leave it behind for the moment because I've already got full armor. But I will remember where it was for sures. Be very, very quiet. No. That's our boy.
Late, as usual. I was beginning to worry.
You always worry.
Can you blame me? You're like an errant child.
And you're like a fussy aunt.
You could at least leave my gender intact.
A fussy uncle, then.
Thank you.
I'm sorry to hear all that, Emily.
I can see that. But don't get reckless. We're not out of danger yet.
I know. This place is crawling with thugs.
Fair, Drew.
Damn! How did they find us? We've been betrayed. It's the only explanation.
Are you sure you weren't followed?
Yes, positive.
If they know about the hotel, they'll probably be waiting for us at the coast.
I don't trust this dude.
We'll have to risk it. If we aren't aboard the Abigail when she sails, we'll have to get out of Morocco on our own.
Or you could stay here. Permanently.
Volkov!
Uh-oh.
Down with this girl!
I have dreamed about this day for 6 years.
Oh, no!
Bruno!
Mentor!
I only regret I do not have time to make your demise more eventful.
Nice shooting, Tex.
After him.
This is all my fault. If you hadn't been worrying about me, he never would have got the drop on you.
Silencio, Bruno.
Silly girl. Worrying about you is all I have left.
Don't say that.
I've always had plenty to die for. You've given me something to live for.
Then live.
In your memory, perhaps.
Bruno!
The girl's in the lobby. Kill her.
But why didn't you kill her, Mr. Volkov?
I meant to, but my hunger for revenge distracted me. Let
What?
that be a lesson not to be ruled by your emotions.
Yeah, thanks for the psych tip, Pops.
Excellent advice, sir. Well, I'll go shoot her now.
Like, well,
Make
I'll go.
sure there are no witnesses.
Well, I'll go shoot her now.
You mean we should kill everybody?
First, kill everybody. Then destroy the hotel.
What?
Let our enemies search the rubble for answers. They shall find none.
Disarm explosives. Kate may sometimes come across intelligence items you cannot recover because you lack a necessary gadget. If you want to collect these items, you need to come back later with different equipment. Okay. Well, that's going to be a problem. Okay. Trying to get out. Okay. Now. Oops. Alright, well, this is going to be fun times. Good work there, boss. Alright, so there's going to be all kinds of respawned enemies here, right? Good news is this path leads us past the unclean armor we found before. Wow. You decided to all show up for me. Oh, charming. And you're all next to... You're all next to hostages. Okay. Okay. Wait. Okay. I guess it's alright. Okay, wait a minute. First of all... How am I even going to know where the explosives are? Disarm explosives and rescue hostages. Okay, great. How fast did they get these hostages taken? The guy told him 3 seconds ago. You have the 100 hostages. Yes, sir. Are they all explosively rigged? Yes. All right, then you have done your job. Now await my further instructions. I feel like Nulf 2 got even more cartoonish than this. Wouldn't you say, Dragon? Don't you think Nulf 2 is even more cartoonish than this? You're fine. Oh, man. Do I go get the armor? No, I still have full armor. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad thing necessarily. Okay. See ya. Bye. Okay. Doop-a-doop. Oh. Do you hear what I hear? Oh. Well, that's a problem. Where is it? How do I get there? Brilliant. Is it? Oh no, it's right there. I was overthinking it. Okay. It's one down. Yeah, I've heard about that story actually. It is pretty freaky. There's gotta be guys that... Yep. Oh, look, if it isn't more of you. How is your holiday, Triffid? Oh my God almighty. Reload. That was foolish. Alright, now come on, let's not be silly. I don't know exactly why I hit that guy 3 times. I think the first time it just ricocheted, but... Okay, obviously they were setting something up, yeah. Okay. 3 maybe on the building? 4? Probably 4. Okay. Okay, cool. Siblings fought, but a lovely time. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, Triffid.
Help me! Hey! Get her! She's over here! Go ahead, you have made my...
I'm gonna do that again.
Help me! Don't be apprehensive about this apprehension. Thanks.
Got him. Aha! And I missed something. Contains piece 899G of the CT-180, a tattered sheet of paper upon which is written, Leon, your wife called. Your mother-in-law will arrive for supper promptly at 7 p.m. Don't forget to pick up a bottle of wine. If you'll tolerate a recommendation, I'd suggest Maison du Ronel Zinfandel. Any vintage before 60 should suffice. 57 is especially superb, as more recent years betray a distinctly undesirable fruitiness. My own chemical analysis suggests the use of lower quality pesticides is the chief culprit. Santa. Yeah, it's just kind of like, what? Okay, so I did save the hostages, which is good. Those ones, anyway. More explosives and more hostages to save. Don't like anything where I'm down below here. I do not have the high ground, Anakin. Oh my god. Hit the wrong freaking button. Alright. Let's try that again, shall we? Came this way the first time. Okay. I literally was like, doop, 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 doop. Really? They were going to explode a soda machine? I don't think I don't think that's load bearing, Chief. Like, I understand that, like, I guess they figure that blows up and then that blows up and then that... What? It's not a fuel tank. You guys are incompetent. Thought I saw someone over there. I've never... These levels where you go through the whole level and then you have to make your whole way back out. Except it's like littered with enemies. It's effective, but man, I'm always like, God damn it. They're showing me too much level. There's going to be something. Yep, there it is. Okay. Oh, God damn it.
Stay frozen.
Okay. Now, I'm going to try something. I'm going to hope that they don't respawn again. I'm going to run back and I'm going to pick up that armor. Well, nah, I'm still all right. No, I believe it. I don't know. Do you think that same effect, Arudnell, would have also taken down a massive hotel? Okay, good. They didn't take her out. That would have been unfortunate. Did I miss this before? I think I got it the first time through, but not the second time. Wow. Thank goodness for a quick save. It's so nice. It's so nice. Blows up the cans, which become shrapnel, and then the shrapnel suddenly eliminates everything. I see. Wait, isn't that the thing that's got the guard towers up there? Is there a way I can get up to those guard towers so I don't have to walk underneath them where I'm sure there's people? Oh my goodness, there's got to be guys up there, right? I heard something. Oh, that's what I heard. I heard me. Okay. Civilian. Very convenient that it just lights up that way. Well, that's the dude that I thought was Bruno because I didn't understand. I was like, oh, they're talking about my mentor. Oh, I'm gonna have to save that clown. All right. I better not. I better switch over to pistol. This is so bad. The guy's just sitting there. He's just... Yeah. You mean Moroccans or the people who consulted the 1990... No, the 2000 Wikipedia edition of Morocco. My father-in-law's actually been to Morocco. Okay, you're... You know what? You have a good time. You're the absolute guy here.
Who is it? Save my life.
My pleasure. Now it's getting close to the point that I'm debating about whether to go back and get the How smooth does that look for you? For all of you? Does that look really smooth or does it look... Because for me it's like super smooth. Yeah, see, I think my FPS is smooth operator. Let me double check something. Oh, for one thing, let's get that going. This may not actually matter because it's using the stuff that's on the other side of this. High quality, yeah. On. That's all on. Ah, ha ha ha. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Right. Oh no, for sure.
Help me!
Come on,
Okay, get out of here, dude. Why do all the hostages... Oh, okay. Well, I could have...
Help me!
What? Where? From who? I did. You're fine. Jeez. What? Oh, I did it. Okay, that was really... I was like, what the hell just happened?
You can't hide from me, Volkov. I'll find you wherever you go.
Kill her, you incompetent fools!
get everybody down low. I do not like getting shot at.
Perhaps stop shooting yourself then. Jeez. See, now I'm really debating whether I can go back. Hostage shaming. Oh. All right. Pop quiz again, chat. Here's another chance for you. I'm going to take a look at these documents. Harm menu to building service. Regret to inform you the rodent infestation remains severe at facility 4529 on the Moroccan coast. Animals entering via abandoned well. Please dispatch fumigation team immediately. Morale's at an all-time low. All right. Do we pick up the armor? Or do we leave the armor? It looks dangerous. Look, it's armor. Why would there be armor there? But is it more than it appears? Hmm? Nope, can't freeze up on me now, chat. It's all up to you. The whole free world is raiding on you. Maybe it's a trap. It's a trap! Like cursed armor -3. Alright, well, let's see. It works! And it didn't hurt at all. Now, what have we learned from this, chat? Arv in Arvmer. Always ask chat. Yeah, that's clearly what I've learned. I guess. Ish.
Get back here!
Oh. Saw that guy just in time.
Get her!
Oh, hey there. I was wondering where the other... Thanks for stopping. Damn it. Okay. The recording session. I know, right? I saw Drew's thing about the idea of, like, ridiculous damage. I didn't catch the end of that, Drew. What was the end of that story? That they wanted, like, big, greater, and ridiculous or something, and then I didn't see the last part about what that meant. And, like, what they actually used. All right. Ooh. Watermelon? Shoot. Hi. Oh, you
Move!
Okay. You know, I've always liked sniper rifles in these games. I tend to prefer them. And this is really good for, like, deep zooms when you don't want to hit a civilian, for example. But I gotta be honest, honestly, I think that this pistol is my favorite weapon so far. Cade's pieces, blah, blah, have cheat and stick and sandwich. Crease, copy the favorite Hyena comic image number 7. Sorry, I couldn't read that because I was too worried someone was coming up. Oh, yeah, the sequel is off to betas. I saw that. Yeah, congratulations, Emily. And thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that. Okay, good. Hi. Some funny ragdoll physics in this sometimes.
Get everybody down low!
Oh, look at you! What? I swear to God that what it looked like that guy just did was that he literally just ran towards the wall after being shot. He was like, and parkoured into his death. Like, oh, the game only used the ridiculous tracks. I got it. What game, though, were you talking about? I missed that part. Okay. Right, he uses different ammo, yeah.
Who's there?
Knock, knock. Ooh. Thanks for the extra armor. Oh, hey, wait. Dirty pool, man. What are you doing hiding there? Theft of Fitzwald Diamond in 1959 from the Royal Museum is generally credited to the Fox, a.k.a. Kate Archer. Observation, it still eludes me why she went over to the other side with such a promising career ahead of her. Perhaps some moral defect? Must investigate further. Time to pull a John McClane. These are very bad for you. Harm menu to Executive Director Volkov from Assistant Director Cotswold. It's come to our attention that Unity is developing an airborne sleeping agent, attempting to obtain sample as it may help with your insomnia. What? Okay. Not what was intended. Oh, I see. Oh, I thought that was an actual real story. That's funny. But yes, it is a little over the top. And by a little, I mean a lot. Hi. Goodbye. Maybe the right place. Oh, yeah. I wonder if this is going to be a firefight. No, I gotta take that dude out from up there. That's going to be shooting fish in the barrel with me as the fish. Prefer not to do that. That's what I thought. Pretty good sound design in this game, actually. Bye-bye. Okay. I wonder if I can shoot at... I mean, I don't know why I need to, but I wonder if I can shoot at these... Can I shoot out the... Is that a camera? Or a light? And can I shoot it out? Dragon? Can sleep better if I pee before bed, can confirm. Oh, yeah? Oh, that's cool. So, yeah, is that light... No, it's just a camera. But I mean, I can't shoot it. Alright, good. Got you on both sides, I think. I'm sure there's still guys down there, but at least I don't have a ton of people up top now. Doesn't matter at all? Okay. That was more reasonable. Ah! He sounded disappointed. Ah! She was there the whole time. Ah! I feel like such a buffoon. Oh, hi. Bye. Alright, sounds good. Sleep well, Triffid. Saved. That seems super ominous. Lost him. Head directly to the coast. Now, what do you know about Volkov? Unity Safe House. Fez, Morocco.
Huh? Who are you?
Good afternoon.
You're wasting your time. I won't talk. I have been trained to resist all forms of torture.
Alright, sounds
We'll
good. Good
see
night,
about
Mrs. Dunso.
that.
Do your worst.
I'm going to ask you nicely. Where can I find
I'm going
Volkov?
to ask you nicely. Where can I find Volkov?
Nice try, but I'll tell you nothing.
I'll ask again. Where can I find him?
I'll ask again. Where can I find Volkov?
And I'll say again, nice try, but I'll tell you nothing.
One last time.
I'll ask you one last time. Where can I find Volkov?
What kind of two-dimensional halfwit do you take me for? You think I'll tell you something just because you asked me 3 times? I have a master's degree in economics from Princeton University. I'm not some idiot, you know?
You don't even know where he is, do you?
Yes, I do.
What was I thinking? Why would Dmitri Volkov tell a lackey like you where he was going?
Dmitri and I are very close. Very close.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't appreciate being called a lackey. I work very hard. It's not easy being a criminal, you know. There's a great deal of pressure.
Goodbye.
Wait, don't go. I don't know where Volkov is, but I do have something you may be interested in.
Got an
It should only
intelligence
take
item.
about 15 minutes to get to the airport.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Excuse me?
Not on your life, you scoundrel! I'm an American citizen! We have morals in America!
I don't understand what you're talking about.
This is unbearable! Pull over this instant! I'd rather walk to the airport than listen to this filth!
Dude, are you kidding me?
I thought this was supposed to be a civilized country.
Great. Nice work. Clown. I like how he was a little deaf, in quotes, and a little nearsighted. Yeah, I mean, frankly, I'm not going to weep any tears.
No sign of her. Are you sure she's coming?
She'll be here. If she gets away, I will kill any man she leaves alive. Am I understood?
Explicitly.
Locate the smuggler's hideout. Okay. Let's save it. Okay. First things first. Bye-bye. What? What was the... Here we see a super useful tent. As you can see, this protects the smuggler from the elements by using a brightly colored canopy composed of alternating red and white stripes to distract potential predators. Meanwhile, ever-smoking barrels sit outside to keep the outside air warm while leaving the inside nice and frigid. During this time, cars will keep their lights on for no particular reason. It's desert camo. Can I use it? Wait, What? Can I not? Can I not drop? What the I'm not allowed to jump on it? This is not on GOG. I don't want to get into details about this discussion because it gets into sort of questionable areas. What I will say is that if you look up a Rock Paper Shotgun article on this, you will discover links. Rock Paper Shotgun is maybe my favorite game review site on the net. Very reputable, and essentially this has been stuck in IP rights hell for years, and there is nowhere to get this game from at all. No One Lives Forever 2 is on GOG. Night Dive owns part of the rights, but not all of them, so literally doesn't have any. So there are many of the original devs who have suggested looking for links or to buy a DVD copy. Yes. Which is, yeah. So, and as I say, this is only because, you know, devs approved and like Dragon has hard copy. Yeah, exactly. So, but I don't want to get into more details about that. And again, it's not like there's nothing technically illegal about it, right? It's just, you know, it's normally I spend any, you know, the kind of money that's needed, assuming it's within some reasonable form. Otherwise, I just don't get the game. I don't play the game to be able to play it. So, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay. Right. Is that? No, it's a tree. This tree, its bark may be worse than its bark. Okay. Still feel like at this distance. What? Okay. That's different music. Ah, Smuggler's Hideout music, I see. Here we see the smuggler in their natural habitat, using a brightly... I hear the I'm in danger music. Oh, by the way... Chat, I have to play you something that I heard the other day. Here, let me save it first. I have to play you something that I heard the other day because, game music, because I have actually not ever heard, This is maybe the best, you know, the in danger music, like when you're like, you know, in a role-playing game where it's like the castle's collapsing, or, you know, the danger music in Ace Attorney, or, you know, things like that. Right. I may never have heard a better one than this. And I knew this game, and I may even have played it, but I didn't remember this theme. So I want to play it. I'm going to play it for you, and then you can tell me what what you think it's from. Hang on a second. Okay, here we go. You ready? Check it out. No, it's definitely not. Exactly. Not Mega Man. It's not a bad guess, but not the same genre. I think this is lit though. It's a good track. Yeah, I totally get what you mean. It's not, but I get what you mean. Any other guesses? Big company, huge company. Game company, major game company. Any guesses? No, that's Strider. Oh man, that was a good game. No, not Strider. It's not an action game. I'll give you that as a clue. It's not an action game. Not Rygar. Also a great game. But it's not an action game. No. Much earlier. Good guess, though, but Conker's Bad Fur Day. No. It's also not Sneak King. Hey, what's up, Combustible Dan? Yes, you are the closest so far. It's not battle music, but it is for a Final Fantasy game. Do you know which Final Fantasy game? I heard this the other night. I'm like, this thing's a baller. Where did this track come from? And it's only like 2 minutes. There you go, Isterma. Yes, it is called Hill of Fate from Mystic Quest. And it only lasts for like a minute and a half, but I was like, what is this track? It's freaking awesome. I heard this on Saber's stream the other day because he was playing this. I love that whole, like, first of all, like, oh man, so good. This is the Ricky. Yeah, that's right. No, and the comments on the YouTube video are pretty funny. They're just like, when the bathroom is already occupied, you know, like when you forgot the Christmas gift, when you forgot to take out the trash, you know, stuff like that. But it is funny. Like it does have that feel to it. But it's one of those things where it's like, it's definitely not peaceful, you know, it's definitely not like, you know, yeah, I feel super calm now and we're all good to go. But yeah, epic. And that's the thing. It's just a freaking, like, it's like the first few minutes of the game, I think, and you're just walking on this hill, which eventually you have to leave or whatever. But it's pretty cool. Yeah, that's right. And they were saying yesterday, Isterma, that Saber was saying yesterday that it actually did exactly that. Like, it actually completely did that. I completely did that wrong. Why do I keep doing that? Wrong button. Stay with me. Okay. That was silly. This is the button you press. There you go. Oh, yeah. Whoa, hey. Oh, okay. Hi. That's what I was looking to do. But I love that theme. Since I heard that theme yesterday, I was like, that theme is great. Hey, what's up, Mar? Oh, I see you. You're playing hard to get. Did you leave? He was just standing there, and then he moved away. Oh, no kidding, really? Yeah, see, I knew of Mystic Quest. I may have played it, but I already, like, I was already into that. I mean, I had already been playing. You know, I played, first of all, I played one Final Fantasy 1 on the original Nintendo. And then I played the Final Fantasy Adventure games. I think I still have those for the original Game Boy. Those were cool, too. I forget if it's Final Fantasy Legend or Adventure. There was one of them where you eat different kinds of meat to evolve into different kinds of creatures. I do not understand why. Oh, hi. Bye. Guy comes out guns blazing. Don't entirely know where you were running, but shoot, shoot, shoot.
We're going to meet your maker.
I'm dead. That was awful, and we're going to do that again. That was dreadful McDreadpants. Yeah, Dragon Warrior. Oh man, okay. Now I have to only problem with Dragon Warrior was, oh my goodness, was that game tedious at times. Like, if you want to talk grindy McGrindy pants, that thing was the champion of grind. Bye. Legend. Yeah, Legend. Right. Excuse me. I was pretty young at the time, too. I don't know when that came out. I was, well, actually, no. I must have been older than that, actually. Well, when did it come? Because I got my Game Boy, so I get a little confused about the timeline. Because I got my Nintendo probably when I was like a sophomore in high school. It was either a freshman or sophomore. It was either like 86 or 87 or something. And I must have gotten my Game Boy not that long after that. So like 87 or 88. And so I probably would have played... I probably played Legend... I guess I was older than I thought. I guess I was like 16 or 17. But I was still a little unsure what was going on because they don't explain it. The
Bullets are not my favorite.
Okay.
Hey, where you are? Do not move. Freeze! I said to you.
I've never understood the do not move from a guy who's going to kill you as you don't move. Like, at least make it credible. Like, move, or if you move, it'll be worse. Woo! Well, it's officially a freaking spy movie. Can't drive the car, but you can blow it up. Yep. I thought I shot the guy. I think I did, and he, like, redirected my bullet into the car. I think that's how it happened. Yeah. Bullets are not my favorite than fires. Yeah, I mean, I guess, but like, yeah. Yeah. The worst example, and I'm sure many of you have heard about this, is the Modern Warfare. Can I actually get anything from this car? That's going to be a pretty slick highlight, actually. Wait, what? Okay. I still can't drive it, can I? The new Modern Warfare game, whatever it is, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 75 or whatever the hell it is. In that game, there's a sequence where apparently I just have seen like trailers and videos talking about this. You apparently walk along some town. I don't know where you are, and one of the objectives, like objective here, locate the smuggler's hideout. One of the objectives is to quote de-escalate the situation. And you de-escalate the situation. These are people standing outside their own homes. Maybe it's like a trailer park or something. You de-escalate the situation by aiming your gun at them. And then they and then they go back inside and you get like, oh, good job because I'm like, are you effing kidding me? So a military dude pointing a gun at someone, that's de-escalation. And if you look at videos of this, they've gotten hammered for this. And it's unfortunate because the original Call of Duties, like Call of Duty 1 and 2, were really good set pieces. World War I set pieces, like shooters and all that. Then they just got weirder and weirder and weirder, and they've gotten, obviously, forget about the microtransactions and all that. That's out of control. And they've gotten more and more just like, what the F is this? Like, seriously? And I'm serious. It literally says, de-escalate the situation, and you point your gun at them to do it. Like, I saw that, and I'm like, wait, what? Unbelievable. Here we see the smuggler and his natural... To Assistant Director Cotswold, this memo is to alert you that building services has repeatedly ignored my letters regarding rodent migration into facility, blah, 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 via the abandoned well. Consider this a formal request for corporal punishment, preferably public for all responsible parties, as well as paycheck deductions, the amount to be determined by you, of course, until the situation is corrected. Thank you. Yeah. It's just so frustrating because, like, there obviously is room for... Ooh. There is room, I think, for the right kind of shooter. I was thinking about this the other day, actually. I'll talk about this in a minute. First of all, pop quiz. Chat, do we pick up the armor? Half armor. It's just sitting there by itself. Maybe yes, maybe no. Absolutely, Drew. It's exactly what the military does not want to do. I don't... Really? I think you're right, actually. Never mind. I was thinking about this the other day during my convalescence. I rewatched my favorite MCU Marvel movie, which is Captain America: The Winter Soldier. And I admittedly have not watched every Marvel movie, but I've watched a decent number of them, and I still really like Thor. I don't care what anybody says. I still think Thor is good, and I still think that they got so much wrong with so much of the later stuff of Thor that I don't know. I like Chris Hemsworth too. I really like that original Thor, but Winter Soldier is the best. And one of the things that struck me is Captain America has got to be one of, and this is why the whole controversy over him saying Hail Hydra and that alternate universe thing, which was such nonsense, was so well done, is that this is a guy who somehow... Like, he's not a buffoon. He's extremely intelligent. He's tactically brilliant. You know, he figures out stuff, whatever. He has a real understanding of the way things ought to be. And he just has these constant things that you feel like, you know what? I'm proud that is what America should be. Like, that guy is proud. Is what America should be. Obviously, one of the most famous things that, quote, that I saw first anyway in a Captain America comic is him saying something to the effect of, the idea is not to move when the mob tells you, it's to stand your ground for something you believe in, something to that effect, and tell them you move, right? That's like, so there's always this just real sense of integrity, but it's not integrity of like my flag jingoistically right or wrong. It's about, America being the best that it possibly can be. And the other line he did, which came from Age of Ultron that I love, is I have to make sure I get the line right. He's talking to Tony Stark about Tony Stark's like, we need to do this defenses thing, and I was trying to stop before, we can't, we don't want to lose more people, we have to stop things, whatever. So he says, every time someone tries to win a war before it starts, people die. Every time. And I was like, that's true, Captain America. And when I grew up, I was not a big Captain America guy particularly, because I was just like, I don't know, but honestly, he's never been the I'm the patriot, whatever, and I'm the only thing. He's literally like the best idealism of America. Like, if America was the lie that it too often tells itself that it is, that would be Captain America. And it's also the hope, because there are parts of America that are what Captain America represents, right? And so, no, not the same thing. Not the same thing. They didn't say that. They didn't say prepared. They said every time someone tries to win a war before it starts, people die. That's not the same thing as avoiding war entirely. It's not the same thing as pursuing peace. It's not the same thing as, it's talking about winning. It's that masculine, competitive, jingoistic, my side, right or wrong. That's what I mean. You see what I mean, Miranda? So that's what I'm talking about. Not about preparation. I'm talking about, and that's kind of Stark's point, is preparation. He's talking about trying to win a war before it's even begun. And that I thought was really powerful. Yeah. I'm going to leave that behind because I don't want to get into a big military discussion now anyway. But I just was reminded of the fact that I really like what they did with Captain America's character in the MCU. They certainly didn't do well with everybody. I think they wasted some people more than they should have. But there are some that they really nailed. I really liked Vision in the MCU. They really nailed some of them. I thought that, you can like or dislike the character, but I think that, like, Robert Downey Jr. is brilliant as Tony Stark. And Chris Evans is amazing as Captain America. I was really surprised how much I liked Captain America. Yeah. Okay. Attention all harm employees. As compelling as the thought may be, do not attempt to cross this minefield without the benefit of a mine detector. You'll most likely blow yourself up there by requiring us to find a replacement for you, which is an expensive, time-consuming process that I'd rather avoid. If you do happen to survive, I will kill you myself, DV. Well, I guess we're not going over there. Not until we get mine. They call it a mine. Not until we get a mine detector. A mine. Because he's not just a naive, like, well, okay, sir. Yes, sir. He does a little of that at the beginning, although not very much, but he becomes well-rounded, and he never really loses that idea. He never becomes cynical. He never loses the idealism. I just found him really, really refreshing character from what I would have expected. Yeah. Although, the best line, that I know that movie gets a lot of hate. I actually thought the movie was solid in a lot of ways. The whole winning, the whole point of that whole movie in a way happens for that minute and a half right at the end with Vision and Ultron. And if anyone has not seen it and wants to see Age of Ultron, please mute the stream for 30 seconds, and then I will wave like this when I'm done, okay? So I'll give you 5 seconds, and then I'm going to talk about this for a minute. Okay. These two characters are talking to each other, and Vision basically says, you're afraid, and he says, of what? Of death. You're the last one, and Ultron says, you were supposed to be the last one. They go back and forth this way. And he says, humans are odd, but there's grace in their failings. I think you miss that. And he says, they're doomed, and Ultron and Vision says yes, but a thing's not beautiful because it lasts, which is a powerful line that I don't 100% know that I agree with. Well, whatever. It still has a lot of potency to it. And then he says, it's a privilege to live among them. And like that combination, and then he throws in a little joke at the end about like, because Ultron says you're unbearably naive, and he's just like, well, I was born yesterday. But there's just such great, I don't know, such richness, I think, to the feel of it. Part of it is that I really like Paul Bettany. I really like him as an actor, and there you get Paul Bettany and James Spader, and I love James Spader as the voice, as that too. So, okay, you can unmute it now. No more talking about Ultron. Reach the shore alive? That's ominous. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, no, that's no more from me on that. Okay. Very funny dragon. Whoa. Geronimo? Okay. Oh, God. What? This is also giving me, for some reason... Oh, there we go. This is also giving me Tomb Raider vibes. Whoa, what? Haha. Dear Franz, I miss Berlin terribly. The weather here is too hot. Operation Goodman, Inspector Safari, Metro Recruit, and Double Agent. See you next Tuesday, Dieter. Okay. New Double Agent. Oh, I got a machine gun? Okay. Well, my goodness. Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. Okay. This is going to be interesting. Interesting. Bye-bye. I thought he was going to roll all the way down. You know, this is probably not a good idea to use this. It's loud. I will need this when I'm in a big firefight. It is not now. Yeah. Okay.
Hey! What? Nothing. Just making sure you were awake.
Frick was shooting me.
Get away!
I don't understand what just happened there. All of a sudden he just flipped out. He's just like, ah! I'm like, wait, what? You didn't even see me yet. Spatula, bottle, purses? Flower power? What is this?
Look out for the bullet!
Something. Oh my god. Jackass. Anyone else? Sure. I love the fact that every one of them rolls. How does one look out for the exactly? Oh, that's interesting. Can I... if I could blow that up, or if it's a good idea to do so. Wait, did I? Looks familiar.
What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be watching the front gate? You ran out of cigarettes. You ran out of cigarettes? You mean to tell me you left your post because you needed a cigarette? It was only gone for a few minutes. It only takes a few seconds for someone to sneak in here. I'm sorry. You will be sorry if that girl got in here while you were messing around. Relax, she didn't get in. How do you know? Hassan would have radioed us if he saw her. What if she sneaked past him? That's Hassan's fault, not mine. Idiot! I think Mr. Volkov would disagree with you. Would you like me to tell him? This is the end for you! Who is that? Someone there? Tell it to the worms instead.
You just shot him? Good job. This is why you listen to conversations. Knocking on the gate. That's interesting. Yeah. Stevie Wonder is a pretty extraordinary dude. Can I? No, I cannot. Okay, that's bad. Ah, okay. So wait, all right, now I do have to get up to that floor. Right. Okay. So I have to get up to that floor. Oh no, that's the front gate? I'm a little lost. Okay. funny too, I didn't go in by the front gate anyway. Oh. Man. Where am I going? I assume I can't get out this way, right? Too much to hope for. Alright.
Get everybody down!
What the frick?
Stay where you are, do not...
Stay where you are, do not... Oh,
It only takes a few seconds
can't
for
believe
someone
it's the
to
last
sneak
time
in
I
here.
saved.
I'm sorry. You will be sorry if that girl got in here while you were messing around. Relax, she didn't get in. How do you know?
It's my bad for
Hassan
not
would
saving.
have radioed us if he saw her. What if she sneaked
Darn it.
past him?
Darn it, darn it, darn
That's
it.
Hassan's fault, not mine. Idiot! I think Mr. Volkov would disagree with you. Would you like me to tell him? Freeze! I said to you, freeze! Someone there? Tell it to the worms instead.
Okay, but now I think I know a little more about where I'm going, theoretically. Ha ha ha. Nice. Worth it. Let's go. All right. Ooh.
Go ahead, you made my day!
Okay.
Bullets are not my favorite!
Hello? Didn't quite catch that. Giving you ha! Giving you ha? Oh no, Castle Og. Og. Oh ho ho ho! Look at this! Oh. Hey, Mighty Mur. Happy holidays, Mighty Mur. Good to see you. Thank you so much for hanging out a bunch with us this year and hopefully able to reciprocate as well. Spend even, more time lurking and hanging out at your channel. You should follow Mighty Mur if you're not already. Good to see you, Mur. Happy holidays, etc. And thank you for the GOG raid. Hello, Ernoski. Hello, everyone. What's up, Flayos? Flayos, who was playing Soldier of Fortune. And you've come from Soldier of Fortune to Soldier of Ridiculous. So, welcome everybody from the GOG family. It's good to see you all. And of course, welcome to Flayos. Happy holidays yet again. Good to see you. I hope everyone, how was the stream? How was Soldier of Fortune? Good to see Infinity Simplex. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to No One Lives Forever. So let's see. Observation. Just like those goodies to squander such a valuable resource. Pity she didn't have the wherewithal to stick to the glorious life of crime she was intended for. Still, there may be hope for her yet. Currently assigned to Unity Archival Department. They have a whole file. Aw, thanks. I appreciate that. And not only Happy New Year, but happy good writing, and like creative success to us all as well, right? So I'll pass that along as well. Here's hoping that all goes well for both of us and all of us in the stream, of course, this coming year. Yeah, Soldier of Fortune. Isn't Soldier of Fortune the one that has the champagne emote? Exactly. I want, I'm just thinking about like a little bit of sparkling apple because I don't drink, but I would every year I would get like a little bit of this sparkling apple cider, which for some reason just conjures up New Year's for me. I don't know why. Isn't Soldier of Fortune the crazy, like way over the top violent kills one? Isn't that what that is? I seem to remember that's... No, this is where I came from. I seem to remember that's what this is, but that's what that is, but I'm not sure. Am I right or am I completely misremembering? Or that actually might be Sniper Elite. Maybe, now that I think of it. Oh. Oh yeah, that doesn't look ominous. Oh god, here we go. Wait, What? I've already been here! What the crap? God damn it. And I think I said it was ominous the last time. Man, I've been hornswoggled. I've been bewitched and bewildered. What's up, Darth Sisu? No. I mean, I don't want to get too into it because it's because it would not be appropriate for everyone in the chat right now. It just has extremely violent, like, end stage kills, like I've never played this. I've just heard rumors about it. There was an incredibly violent kung fu series in the 70s called Sonny Chiba, and basically the guy would hit people and then it would like X-ray to their skull. It was so violent. It was ridiculously over the top. Like, it was just ridiculous. But that's minus the slow-mo X-ray cam. That's what I'm thinking about. So yeah. Right. Sniper Elite. Okay. Yeah, no, they're all violent. I mean, this one's violent too, but there's nothing even vaguely cartoonish about it, right? It's just, where the heck did I go here? I went somewhere and then I got ambushed. That was bad. No, it wasn't here. And that's where I came from. Although maybe... Nope. I swear this is where I got ambushed. The music keeps freaking... the music keeps throwing me off because I'm like, wait, there's something here. Nope. What the heck? I went into a room and got, slaughtered because I wasn't paying enough attention. Yeah, Sonny Chiba's the actor. Yeah, but they had like some self-titled like blah 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 with Sonny Chiba. Right. Well, listen, people's visceral hatred explains why there's so much gross stuff done. If anyone remembers, Bionic Commando was one of my favorite games as a kid on the Nintendo. And what you do, spoiler, you do have to kill Hitler at the end. And what you do to Hitler is like incredibly graphic. Like, I won't get into it. It's very graphic. And as a kid, I was like, you know. And the rest of the game doesn't have any of that kind of feel at all. You just have a bucket. You have an emote artist that you're using, Mer? I'm gonna actually be thinking about. I'm gonna be talking to Tari Toons, our beloved Tari Toons here, professional cartoonist, who's responsible for the Fifi Smugs, Fifi Blows, Fifi Roars, which I expect to see showing up in chat in 5, 4, 3, 2. I see some. 1. Where are my Fifis at? Where are my Arvany Smugs? Where are my Arvany Blows? Arvany what's? There we go. So that, we're going to be doing many more of that. Yeah, there you go. Thanks. So we're going to be doing many more of those. And also some of the follower emotes that we can get. So I've just been thinking about emote designs and stuff. I am so lost. I swear that I went... What door did I not try that led me to the room where I got slaughtered? There was some room where I found a bunch of guys in it that I did not deal with properly, and... Hey, thanks, Fleos. It's baby birthing time. Yes, that's right. It's a bouncing baby sub. Thank you, Fleos. My kid, their commissions are... I didn't know your kid did those. Those are amazing. Wow. I didn't realize, Mer, it was your kid who did those. That's awesome. Wow. That's wild. Super awesome. Well, that's I guess easy enough. I'll consult with my emote artist. So... Yeah, right. That's the secret sauce. Create your own emote artist. Genius. You save money on licensing. Just genius. Oh, that's awesome. What is she, what year is she, Mer? My daughter is also an artist, but is only a freshman in high school. So it has a ways to go to catch up to that level, but... I was very forward to thinking of it, too. Junior in college. Very cool. Wow. Wow. So you're almost to the point where you can be like, so I have a kid who has graduated college. I still have some trouble being like, so my daughter's in high school, and me being like, wait, what? Like, does not compute. What? My child is in high school? What now? So I can't even imagine the whole, like, and now they're in college. Like, phew. Yeah. No, it's fine. Right. Exactly. I don't know, though. I don't know if you feel this way, but for me, I do have to say that I love them at all the ages they're at. But honestly, I've really loved watching. It sounds very much the same for you. I've loved watching my kid develop into what she's becoming. Like, that's been the most awesome thing for me, has been just sort of watching what an amazing young person she's become. And she started out as an amazing young kid. I mean, she's a great kid. But that's just been so wild to me to see. And yeah, obviously, my wife and I are vaguely responsible for that a little bit, like we had something to do with it. But I mean, it's just very, very cool to see it. I can understand that, Ernoski. I could say he, like, the youngest of kids. Yeah. Now, see, it's funny. My wife loves babies and young kids, and then she's a therapist, and she certainly deals with a lot of her clients are teenagers and things like that. But was not as easy for her. I, on the other hand, I like kids of all ages, But I have to admit that in terms of feeling like I'm on solid ground, I'm much more on solid ground once you get me to like 8, 9. Like once you get me to 7, 8, 9, then at that point I'm, then I'm pretty in a good element, I feel. Whereas my wife is sort of like, oh man, mostly because she's not a therapist to my daughter. She does not want to be her therapist. She's her mom. And so it's very much important to separate those things out. And, where the flippity flip am I going? My kids didn't get interesting. I have this image though, Drew, that it was one of those things where you were like boring. And then all of a sudden you walked through the room one day and they're like, hi, Dad. And you're like, wow, you're a fascinating person. Like, I know that's not what, you're not at all what you mean, but okay. I am so freaking lost. I don't know what the heck they're wanting me to do. Maybe I just need to go into the second floor, except I thought I already went there. I don't know why I would have gone down here. Came from there. Kingdom for a mini-map. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Stop. Wait a minute. Oh, of course.
Hello? Oh, I am hearing things. Who's there? Oh, I am hearing things.
This was the room.
Bullets are not my favorite.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Sleep well, Mur, and thanks for stopping by. And again, Happy New Year. Oh, and also, and if you folks have not heard, have not gone to I Should Be Writing, Mur's podcast is like 101. if you're into writing, and of course, if you like speculative fiction, that's cool too. But if you're into writing, and Mur's been doing that. Mur did that. Like, I think we talked about this, that we started podcasting around a similar time and started doing that before it was cool, before all the cool kids got podcasts. So you should definitely listen to that as well. But have a good night, Mur. Thank you so much for stopping by as always. Okay.
No, please.
Uh-oh. He's taking out the rest.
We will meet again, Miss Archer.
All right, Alexander Volkov. No. Hey, we did it. Hour and 36. Oh my God, my rank was trainee. That's a long way from the master spy level that I was the last time. Accuracy. All right, let's see. 397 shots fired, 207 hits, 52 accuracy. 78 head, 84 body, 45 limbs. 129 enemy kills, 0 friendly fire, 0 civilian casualties. That ought to get me more than trainee. I was detected, 108 times. Caused 4 disturbances. They found 11 bodies, and I was hit 70 times. Look, if you're going to make an omelet, you're going to break a few eggs. You're going to...
Needless to say, the Morocco assignment was an unmitigated disaster. Report to the war room for debriefing, and try to control your temper.
Yes, sir. Report to the Advanced Field Tactics area. Hi.
Well, I think we can classify Morocco as a complete disaster. I knew we were asking for trouble, sending a woman and a fossil like Lowry on an assignment like this.
Yeah, my first podcast was 05.
Let's not rush to judgment, shall we?
Rush to judgment? I think the facts speak plainly enough. Ambassador Monroe is dead, and we lost another operative.
This guy's the bad
albeit
guy.
One who should have been put out to pasture long ago. And all we have to show for it are a belligerent, overeducated captive who knows nothing of use, and Ms. Archer here, who has demonstrated an alarming lack of competence in the field.
Beg your pardon? Let's see. I'd like to remind you that Volkov was lying in wait. I'm very tempted to do this, but no. I'd like to remind you that Volkov was lying in wait. Someone betrayed us.
I'd like to remind you that Volkov was lying in wait. Someone betrayed us.
Indeed. And it seems that someone...
Yes, then you will not make any omelets. That's true.
Bruno? What are you talking about?
The evidence is largely circumstantial, but it is nonetheless compelling.
That's crazy.
In light of information unearthed during our investigation in Morocco, we now believe that Agent Lowry, Bruno, was in league with these harm chaps.
We don't talk about Bruno.
But Volkov shot him.
Perhaps to silence him. Or perhaps Lowry was demanding too much in exchange for his treachery.
This is the plot of Winter Soldier. I'm already ahead of
treachery.
you. Oh.
Lowry was a personal friend and one of our best agents. Unless he is proven guilty, he deserves to be honored, not slandered.
Yeah.
In any case, it seems reasonable to assume that you weren't meant to escape, Miss Archer.
Bruno was not a traitor.
Can you be sure? Every man has his price, every woman too, I expect. When a man reaches the end of his career, it's only natural that he begins to worry about the future.
Talk about yourself?
I suppose some men of adaptable moral constitution even find it in themselves to resort to treason.
Like you?
What's your price, Mr. Smith?
Exactly.
What are you insinuating?
That you're the traitor?
Merely that if Bruno were capable of treason, then so are we all.
Particularly you.
Enough. It is neither our prerogative nor our intent to judge Agent Lowry at this juncture. We will continue our investigation until we discover the truth. In the meantime, Archer, we must call upon you for another assignment.
Although we call upon you reluctantly, I assure you.
We've been contacted by an East German biophysicist
right, but a
named
vegan
Dr.
omelet,
Otto
though.
Schenker, who wishes to defect to the West with our assistance.
Otto Schenker.
We know that Dr. Schenker is working on a secret Soviet weapons program, although the precise nature of his research remains a mystery to us. He has promised detailed information on the program in exchange for his freedom. It hardly seems necessary to underscore the great importance of this mission. We've had a devil of a time recruiting reliable spies in Berlin. It seems the Stasi have ears to every keyhole in East Germany.
Which is why we're taking extra precautions.
What sort of extra precautions?
Right.
It's what we call a domino effect exchange. You'll meet with a series of contacts, each of whom will provide a piece of the puzzle, so to speak. Because the contacts don't know about each other or your mission, the vague information they possess will be meaningless to them, and, by extension, to the Stasi, should they get their hands on it.
Perfect.
We've also arranged a diversion to help cover your escape. Our man on the inside, Werner von Haupt, will place explosive charges at several locations in the record storage area. You'll need to locate these charges and set the timers. We also require that you infiltrate the main library and photograph certain sensitive documents pertaining to Dr. Schenker's research, in case he's not as forthcoming as he's promised to be. Von Haupt will present you with a disguise that should get you inside the test facility where Dr. Schenker will be working. Locate the doctor and get him out.
Keep in mind that if this mission should succeed, we will have struck a mighty blow to the Soviets. We're counting on you, Archer.
I won't let you down.
Well, you can hardly botch this job as badly as Morocco.
You might want to stop by the training facility and test out the new gadgets the toy makers have prepared for you.
Ooh. Meanwhile, at this innocent-looking church. Ah. Rest in peace, our beloved Bruno. Lily? No? Okay. So we'll figure out what those new gadgets are. It's quite possible. That's true. That's true. 7-foot frame rats around his back. Yeah. Okay. So, Requiem is for a spy. Let's see. Getting... Nope, how about I spell it right? Rescuing the Doctor. Good. Oh God, Fleos. That's funny. Yeah, I really like Sebastian Stan in that role too. He's really good as that.
Advanced Field Tactics.
Sup? This is what I did the first time. He was just like, all right, what do I do? What do I do? I was like, hi, I'm an elite operative. I am the night. Silence. I am the wind in the trees. The soft burbling of a brook. The slight buzzing of a bee. I am the fur on a cat. I am a down pillow. Glad I got that out of my freaking system in basic training. It's not like I ever did that by accident later.
What appears to be a stylish pair of women's sunglasses is actually a multiple exposure spy camera with an adjustable zoom.
Ooh.
Simply put them on, orient the viewfinder, and snap a shot. Remember that you can zoom in for a closer look at a distant target. Take a picture of this intelligence item with your sunglasses. All right, now open the door to the next area.
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, this cigarette lighter is just an ordinary run-of-the-mill cigarette lighter. Still, it can be useful for providing light, starting fires, or lighting cigarettes.
Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me.
Use your cigarette lighter to light this piece of paper on fire.
Exactly, zoom and enhance. Oh, okay.
All right, now open the door to the next area.
Bard! Oh, okay.
These relatively inconspicuous-looking lipsticks are actually powerful explosive devices that detonate on impact.
Try to keep up, 007.
The weight and explosion radius, and try not to blow yourself to smithereens.
Wait, are they... I hope you're dummies. They were dummies. It works.
There are several important things to know about security cameras.
Plywood
First,
walls are flammable.
tempting as it may be, don't destroy them if you can help it. Whoever is monitoring the security system is likely to send someone to investigate or even sound an alarm if any of the cameras goes out.
Very subtle.
Instead, try to avoid them altogether. If the light on a camera starts flashing, it means you've been detected and the camera is attempting to focus on you. Duck out of sight before you're identified as a threat.
Okay.
If you're close enough to the camera, you'll actually hear it focusing.
Okay.
Listen for it to resume scanning before stepping back into view. Finally, make sure not to leave any bodies lying in view of a camera. That's just as bad as being spotted.
Oh, that's never happened to me.
Now open the door to the next area.
I'm never spotted, sir.
Let's try that again, shall we? Step behind the yellow line to reset the simulation.
Shoot, wait a second. Okay. There we go.
Well done. Searchlights are also best avoided. Shooting them out will likely cause every bit as much commotion as being caught in the beam.
Okay.
Figure out
Thanks,
their
Janowski.
movement patterns
Have a good time at
before
work.
attempting to bypass them. All right.
Yeah,
Now
those pins are
open the
going to be
door
lit.
the next area.
I'm excited for I'm excited for both. I'm excited for the pins and the coins, but just when I saw the pins, I'm like, ooh. I'm excited for the coins because also I'm excited for all of it, actually. Okay, so try not to get spotted. Okay. Hey.
Excellent. Excellent.
Okay. Super Spy. See, that's me. Found 2 of 2 items. Heck yeah. Reputation bonus. 7 million. Why is there no reputation bonus? Hey, yeah, you know what? The thing is, though, here's the thing about floodlights, Rudnell. They're not always that bright. Huzzah! No, well, now you've ruined the joke.
We've been contacted by Dr. Otto Schenker, an East German biophysicist who we believe is working on a top-secret biological weapons program for the Soviet Union.
Herr Doctor?
Dr. Schenker has expressed a desire to defect. He has asked us to assist him in exchange for information on his research.
Bully!
This opportunity couldn't have arisen at a worse time.
Oh.
After that embarrassment in
Shit.
Morocco, you're hardly our first choice to handle this affair, but all our other surviving operatives are tied up on equally critical assignments.
Oh, bollocks.
If
Good
we
planning.
want a chance at Schenker, it has to be now, and it has to be you, on your own.
So that I can take you out. Woof. Okay, there's a lot to this. So we're just going to select the equipment. Oh, I get to keep all this. Okay, wait. Well, because I found all this other stuff. Okay, so do I not get the sniper for this? All right, well, the impact explosive, yeah. No. Oh, no, there's the carbine. Okay, you know what? I don't. Yeah. Okay. What? I need the sunglasses. Okay, first of all, this coin did nothing last time, to be honest. So, what I don't get... Oh, the sunglasses are automatic. I already have those. Okay, okay. The body remover. Wasn't using the body remover either. I guess that's the best we'll get. Silencer. Okay, so those are already there. Silencer and a scope. Well, obviously. Heck yeah. Okay. So we've got all this stuff. 2 impact explosives. Sure you don't want to blow those up. And yeah, just sprinkle away and start mission. Okay, we're just going to literally just start so I can get in a little bit here, and then we'll save it. Because I am going to be streaming tomorrow, though not more of this. I'm going to be streaming more Ghost of Tsushima tomorrow. Locate your first contact. Oh, we're in Berlin. This also, oh my gosh. Take a look. Okay, chat, for those of you who know, I played this game quite a bit. I would not actually play it now. It was just one of those things that I played as a kid because I felt like there weren't as many games. Not as a kid. I take that back. I was a young man. gotta remember. I was a young man. But Vampire the Masquerade, the video game, GOG folks should know about that. This reminds me of that a little bit. I mean, just the feel. I'm not talking about the city because I think there is a part where you're Berlin, but I'm just talking about the feel of it. You don't think that? Yeah, you don't think it works? Okay, so Yeah. Yes. Hi.
Guten Abend, Fräulein. Do you make love to strangers?
Certainly not.
Then allow me to introduce myself.
Why not just introduce yourself to a police officer and spare me the trouble?
Who makes up these ghastly code phrases anyway?
Someone in the cryptography department. Someone in need of a girlfriend, apparently. What do you have for me?
Just this. The entrance is hidden.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Receive phone call. Subtunnel beneath the Stasi Records research facility is flooded again. Please send crew. The stench is unbearable. I've already fainted twice today.
Hello.
Are you free tonight, or will it cost me?
More than you can afford.
Why must I be made to say such idiotic things?
Never mind that. Just tell me what you have.
I was told to say, in the basement.
Thank you.
Tell the person who wrote the code phrase to grow up.
Hidden in the basement. Ring room 205, then go upstairs and knock on the door. Okay. Ring room 205. Hi.
Would you like a drink?
No. Maybe in here?
Leave me alone.
Okay. Okay. 205.
Want to come in for a game of Twister?
I'd rather run over you with my car.
These code phrases have a somewhat confessional tone to them, don't you think?
Yeah, now that you mention it.
Okay. Hey, VTAC! It has been a while. How have you been, VTAC? I haven't seen you. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. It's good to see you. How's everything with you, VTAC? Yeah. Beat boxing. With Kate Archer. You know it. Oh, yeah. The heck? I rang it. Oh, sorry.
It says of the library.
Hidden in the basement of the library. Rendezvous with contact in the bar. Yeah, well, actually, this was the Chat Chosen Game of the Month, and I was giving it a shot, and yeah, it's actually been fun. I am not going to continue it it's going to be a while before I get back to it, because I've got Ghost of Tsushima to play. I'm definitely playing Sorcery 4 next. After that, I'm definitely playing Jedi Survivor if it's out by then. But this will definitely go on the list as a game we'll come back to, because it seems like chat likes it. Hey, Dragon, how far do you think, because I know this is the second mission, but each mission feels pretty long. So are there like 10 missions or 12 or 5 or 3 or 30? Like, how many are there? Hello. Oh. Hi.
You are the most beautiful girl I have ever seen. Can you cook and clean too?
No, but I can put you in the hospital if you want. Maybe you can find someone to take care of you there. Maybe.
What are these phrases?
What sort of imbecile says things like this?
I'm afraid to find out.
By the way, I am supposed to tell you this. Behind the shelf.
Thanks.
Hidden in the
Please
basement
don't
of the
think that I
library
enjoyed
behind the
saying
shelf.
those things to you. Even though the words were not mine, I am so disgusted with myself that I must return home and wash myself with soap.
Seriously.
Don't worry about it.
You are a kind young woman. I wish you luck.
The entrance is hidden in the basement of the library behind the shelf.
So yeah, how long do you think, Dragon? How long? Okay. Right. I do wish that it would maintain the name I already had there, but... It's true. Okay. Curious. It would be so... Nope, can't do that. Well, what's wrong? Oh, you're not telling me to leave you alone anymore? Okay. $14 more missions? There's 14 more missions, each as long as that last one? Okay. Oh, they vary? But I mean, are some of them like... So that last one was an hour 30. Are some of them like an hour, but are any of them short, like 30 minutes? I'm just curious. I mean, like, I'm curious about that. Yeah, and for those folks who just came in, I am sorry, but I have streamed a lot today, and I am still technically recuperating, so I'm going to go and get a little bit of late night snack, basically, and just sort of unwind. And then I'm heading to bed. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be doing some chores around the house I want to get done. I'm going to be doing a fair bit of editing tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow afternoon, might be late afternoon to early evening, be on the lookout because we are going to have a bonus stream tomorrow. We're going to be doing bonus stream tomorrow and maybe also on Thursday because I'm here. Hey, what's up, Tilted? I'm in for the long haul there. Yeah, I know, right? Well, I'm not doing that as well. Only 4 NPC models. That's a lot of space for gameplay. But yeah, there's going to be, right, because, I mean, listen, because I'm here on my own, I can't really go anywhere for the next few days. I was just like, hey, yo, I got food in the house. Like, family's not here. I got my work to do in the morning and early afternoon of getting the stuff to my esteemed award-winning editor and publisher. And then I've got the, late afternoon, early evening times or whatever to hang out with you lovely folks. So, and yeah, this was a really fun, I appreciate that, you folks. Appreciate that. I appreciate you, everybody. Thank you for the follow, by the way. I appreciate you, and I really appreciate you folks stopping by for a few streams today. Again, I was fine, but I kind of felt a little down because, I missed my family, and I just was like, I can't really get to hang out with them because of, recuperating, etc. And so it was nice to get back in the saddle of this. It was nice to be able to play some fun games. Dragon, I hope you feel like I gave this a representative sample, at least to begin with. It's a game I can see me returning to down the line for sure, but it's going to be a while. I'm telling you right now, because I have other games that I got to play that I have promised that I would play and that I really want to. Ghost of Tsushima, which I know you love anyway, so that's fine. But then Sorcery 4, which Arudinel is going to love, and many of the rest of you will love. VTech might like that too, actually. But a lot of you, I imagine most of you, if you don't know what Sorcery 4 is, you're going to want to be here for that. I'm just telling you. Nulf won finally. Yeah. So there's that. And then we've got, then after that, we've got some of the games that I listed off. And of course, Jedi Survivor, which I'm really excited for, which is coming in March. Also, how perfect is that? Jedi Survivor comes out the same month that Mandalorian Season 3 comes. Let's go. Season 3 of Mando. Man, I love that show. I am excited for that. So that's going to be a good time. So let me, but don't bail out yet because we're gonna have a cool place to go raid in just a moment. But I'm going to first of all switch over. Glad you're working on updates. You can do that on your own time. By which I mean I'll come back and check you out later. But not right now. Okay. Yeah, Andor doesn't do it for me. And it's not anything about the quality of the product. I just don't I don't have room in my life for depressing. And I find the whole, I mean, like, I'm just hoping that they start doing more stories that start and end in different places. I wouldn't mind if they eventually start doing things post Rise of Skywalker so we can let the Skywalker stuff go now, or do what they're doing with Mando, but just follow Mando. Like, this season, he should be going to the planet Mandalore and all that. I'm also looking forward to the Ahsoka show. That's what I want. And if she's going to go off and do the stuff with Thrawn, awesome. Like, so that, like, into my veins. Like, give me that. That's what I want. I do not want more of the same freaking storyline. And that includes Andor, because I already know how that story ends. So that would be the case. And again, it's not any objection to the quality of the show. It's just not my bag. Yes. And it's funny too. I was thinking about this the other day, Rudinell, because as you know, I mean, I loved Saboteur as well. And I was watching a few weeks ago. I got on the YouTube algorithm. It recommended my own video to me of the conclusion of that game. And the whole, he runs up the Eiffel Tower. I won't spoil it for people. If I have my whole playlist on my YouTube, !RFTube. You folks should check it out. It's fascinating. A really, really good game. And the music that started, it's a new day. It's a new lawn. It's freaking awesome. And you were just so in love with that game. You were just like, this is the great. And it was so good. It was so good. It's like Grand Theft Auto, where I didn't feel like crap for killing people. Like, I don't want to play Grand Theft Auto because I don't want to wander around and like randomly do terrible things to people. But in the Saboteur, where I'm doing this to Nazis, I can get behind that. I repeat, not dissing Andor. I repeat again, I said that Andor is probably a great show. It's just not my show because I find it depressing. I don't want to watch the show that leads to the conclusions Andor leads to. That is in no means a diss at all. From everything I've heard, it's incredible quality, but I don't want to subject myself to it. Mando is a great show because Mando goes in a different direction. It's got an element of hope. I don't know where the story is going to end. And I get to see more, incredible. And I also happen to have a real soft spot in my heart for Westerns, particularly fantasy or science fiction Westerns. And also, Baby Yoda. I mean, like, there's all kinds of things, Grogu, there's all kinds of things. So, yeah. Although, I don't remember, Runa, you tell me though, I didn't think you found that game amazingly horrible though. I thought at the end you actually really liked the Saboteur arc, no? I felt like at the end you were like, you know what? Like, it was janky in places, sure. But in the end you were like, you know what? I can get behind this. At least I seem to remember your reaction to that. Like, you were just like, yes, it was pretty funny. This is the way. Yeah. And again, it's nothing against it. It's like, I don't like horror at all. But there's a lot of great high quality horror that says important things, that does important things. It's just not my thing. And that's fine, so it leads to hope. But I already know where that hope is, right? I mean, that's true. And I get that when I start watching A New Hope. So like, that's the problem. I really struggle when I already know every aspect of what the story, let me rephrase that. I don't know every aspect. When I already know what the story is leading to. This was the whole problem with the prequels. Very hard to maintain tension when you already know the result is Vader. And you could say, well, you can enjoy the journey. Yeah. but it wasn't like those were, I mean, they added, texture to the world, but I don't know. I also felt a lot of fatigue about that whole timeline. I really don't need more about lead up to the Death Star whole. I want to go somewhere new, and like, also I'm really pumped to do and those things, not just the Mandalorian. I want to see the Ahsoka show because I'd love to see the whole Thrawn thing, which has never been tackled on film. It's been tackled. It's been tackled in animated form, but it's never been tackled in live action. So I would love to see that. No, I know. Why is but Mando's not depressing? Why is Mando depressing? Because of what happens at the end of season 2? But he doesn't. But it's not. But that doesn't end his story. It doesn't end his arc. We don't know what's going to happen to him now. No, Emily, you're not. All right. I'm not going to explain to you what you feel like you're feeling. You can feel how you like. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not. First of all, I'm explaining to the chat as a whole, not just you. And secondly, I'm not explaining horror and depression to you. I'm talking about to me. Okay? And to me, I'm saying that's my experience of it. So, and I could use many other examples of things that are amazing for people and that people love and that are legitimately great and just not really for me. And I just don't see where Andor and Mando or Mandalorian are anywhere in the same ballpark. Mandalorian is almost a Monster of the Week episode sometimes, and then when it does have an arc, it's this sort of more lonely exploration thing, whereas Andor is really gathering people together. And yes, it's also about tons of character development, and again, I've heard amazing acting and all that stuff. So... Oh, you don't think The Mandalorian is fresh content? I don't know. I mean, how much did people really know about the Mandalorians? I mean, there have been games about them. I knew some stuff about them because of stuff that shows up in Knights of the Old Republic 2, some of the books, animated stuff. But if you're a live action person mostly, where was their discussion of Mandalorians and like what the Mandalorians really did? Closest we ever got to a Mandalorian really before was Boba Fett's helmet. And Boba Fett isn't even a Mandalorian, right? So I don't know. I felt like it was Mandalorian felt to me both extremely new for the franchise and also very not familiar, but it felt very Star Wars while also being very in a different place than most Star Wars. Now, there are certainly moments in Book of Boba Fett where that wasn't the case. In Book of Boba Fett, which I thought was okay, in Book of Boba Fett, they do sometimes like go back and play the same songs too many times. And in Book of Boba Fett, they go back and do that too many times. Multiple times. There are problems with Book of Boba Fett. In Obi-Wan Kenobi, I liked Kenobi, but, in fairness, Kenobi also is retreading the same ground. I would never argue that Kenobi was fresh content. It's not. I just think that The Mandalorian, it's not leading us to anything. Like, it's not like, I mean, I guess we'll find out, maybe we find out 3 seasons from now that Grogu is the thing that eventually led to something that led to something. I mean, okay, maybe it all puzzle pieces together at some point. And I do know that, of course, Luke showing up does connect them somehow. I'm not saying it doesn't exist at all, but it's not, there's never been any discussion of how did Luke, at least in the movies, how did Luke, or the television shows, how did Luke find all these people and find younglings to train? And how did he start building his own school? And like, so that to me is much more unmined ground. And most of course, Mandalorian doesn't have anything to do with that. He doesn't even know what the hell a Jedi is. until he hears about it, some space sorcerer, he thinks, from the Armorer in season 1. And then he sees, Baby Yoda doing some cool Force stuff. He doesn't know what that is. And then in season 2, in fact, if anything, it's a little odd that he doesn't know at all anything, because it is after the fall of the Empire. So you'd think that there might be a couple stories that got around about, the Jedi was kind of important, Luke and all. But he doesn't know any of it, which is where you get that kind of sense of wonder. And then again, when you get to the very end of it, yes, then it ties back in a little bit to the overall mythos. But even that, it's doing that while at the same time, Moff Gideon is this character who is, again, largely unknown to people who are mostly live action folks. So I don't know. Yeah, I disagree. I think there's a lot emotionally, powerfully, and I think there is story depth there, and I think there's a lot emotionally going on. And I love the beats, the Seven Samurai beats. Bryce Dallas Howard's episode of Sanctuary is a really, really well done, wonderful homage to Seven Samurai. Bryce Dallas Howard, by the way, in general, should get her own trilogy of movies. This is someone who 1,000,000% understands. The best episode of Book of Boba Fett was the episode where there's essentially no Boba Fett and it's all Mando. And that episode was amazing. And that, again, is Bryce Dallas Howard. She really understands Star Wars. And so, yeah, those stories I found those stories to be very compelling. I found them to be deep and interesting and emotionally moving. And I thought it was exceptionally well put together. And wonderfully paced, great characters, just a lot of really, really good stuff in there. So again, this is not at all a knock on Andor. And if you like Andor more, if any of you in chat overall like Andor more, totally cool. Or like it as much, totally cool. And not in any way a criticism of Andor in the least. It's just not something I feel like I want to watch. That's all. We'll see. Again, I just don't, it just is not my bag. All right. Well, I understand, Rudno. Totally respect that. Yeah, exactly. It really was Mando season 2.5. In fact, I think that hurt that whole series a little bit. I don't think they really knew what to do with Boba Fett. In a way, Boba Fett was really more meme than reality. And I think they sort of ran into that problem. It would be kind of like making a show about Akbar. Nothing against Akbar, but come on. And that's, it felt a little bit to me like that in that situation where I was just kind of like, and I like Boba Fett, right? There were some good episodes there, but there were some problematic things that happened around episode 3, and it was fine. And there were some great characters introduced in it, and I liked Tamora Morrison. And yeah, the Mando stuff was great. I just would rather we just have the Mando seasons without having to watch a ton of Boba Fett to get there as well. So, but anyway, it was cool though. I thought it was fine. It was not up to the level of Mando for me. Yeah. And that was the problem. They were trying to show his transition into being more of a leader. But the thing is, you build him up as this meme, as this baddest ass bounty hunter of all time. But then you do the Mando. Then you do the Mandalorian. So now the Mandalorian is the baddest ass one of all time. Okay. So if the Mandalorian is the baddest ass one of all time, then what are you going to do with Boba Fett? Can't retell his story. You've already had the softening of the once hardened exterior shell of the blah, blah, blah. You can't do that again. So at least not immediately. And so, especially not with someone whose helmet literally looks the same. So, and then they just are like, so then they tried to make this arc again, but they tried to cut out of the hard shell faster, literally in the Sarlacc pit, so that you could be like, oh, see, he's already changing. And you're like, yeah, but it just means you just beat him up for the first 3 episodes. And he has great moments, but I thought episode 2, actually, I think that was the one with the train, was really good. And there were a few other episodes, but then there were some ones that were really bad. I don't know what was going on with the space bikes. They were, that felt weird. All of a sudden, why do we have Blade Runner in the middle of, I don't get it. So Kenobi was much more coherent, than Boba Fett was. And I think they didn't know totally what to do with it, which is a shame. And I don't think you're not going to see season 2 of Boba Fett, but I could see them making, you'll see cameos for sure. So But that's exactly why, Miranda. It's because you don't know. It's because I'm Batman. He says like 3 lines and they're like, wow, that's amazing. And he had a cool ship, and he was the guy who took Han. So we're like, who would take Han? Yeah, it's the mystery. But it was one of those deals that the more you unfold the mystery, the less it gets. Mando's the opposite. Mandalorian's also a mystery, but it's paced beautifully, and Pedro Pascal's amazing. And so over time, as you open it up, he becomes more interesting to you. Even when you know his backstory, he's more interesting to you, I think. So, curse you, J.J. Abrams mystery box. I did love seeing Tamora Morrison in the armor, though. Yeah, that's true. That was cool. Well, the thing is, when he made his reappearance in season 2 of Mandalorian, he was awesome. Like Boba Fett in season 2 of Mando actually comes off as awesome. He's got mystery. The episode where he actually fights with, he's a badass there. Like all that actually really works. It's the whole. Again, and it's a little bit of the prequel problem. Again, it's like, then we go like, well, let's go back and find out how he did all these things. You're like, okay, and so that is, I thought that was one of the more interesting aspects of it is he's probably just better in other people's shows, honestly, than trying to make a whole show around, as we said, a meme. So anyway, it's also late now, and I've got to get heading off to bed. And I want us to rate someone, and I probably have a good possibility. While I'm doing that, I want to thank everyone again, and happy holidays and all that. Reminder that you'll be able to find us here tomorrow evening. I'll post a tweet when I'm going to go live. I'll try to give us some time as well. But if you haven't already done so, please follow the channel. Check out the YouTube at !ArvTube. Yeah, who would think it, right, Epic Quack? !Arv, what did I say? !Arv tweets for the Twitter, !Arv Cord for the Discord. Please hang out on the Discord and sub to us over on the YouTube if you want to see broadcasts of this and other streams. That's !ArvTube, website arvanelaron.com, ! See a Diginferno. Arv Treon is the Patreon, ! Arv Shop is the merchandise area. Support of those really matters, as does subbing to the channel, as many of you have done today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you also for the cheers, the generous cheers from everybody too. That was, what do we say? Yeah, so !Arv Shop, ! Arv Treon. Subbing to the channel is awesome as well. Icarus is my Icarus graphic novel. Good to see you again, Tilted. Happy holidays. And yeah, we're going to touch base more about the Gloomhaven thing. I have not forgotten. Icarus for my Icarus graphic novel from Athos Arts. Library for Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library, my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment. And Greyshade, my Greyshade novel from Athos Arts as well, that came out May 31st. You can go there and get that book right now. You can pre-order Renegade, which I'm working on edits for now. That'll be out next year. Heretic the year after that. Tabletop role-playing game being designed by Brandon O'Brien is next year. That's from Alligator Alley Entertainment. And also the audiobook done by one Mr. Trent Sparks. That'll be out next year as well. So you can get that at that Greyshade link. Last, BLM, Black Lives Matter. Very important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. I'm going to be playing a little bit of it co-op with Tilted Gaming, who I've known for a long time, Miranda. I don't know how much of it we're going to play and all that, but I'm going to give it a shot and see, just for a little bit of fun. I don't think it's like an extended 100 hours of Gloomhaven. I don't think it's going to be something like that, but we have some fun with it. But probably not until the new year, though. Let's see. It is dry and cold. And I've been talking a lot, and I'm still recovering. So where was I? BLM, Black Lives Matter. I said that. Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and to reach out to others when they need help as well. And Ukraine, 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 to help the fine people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war, which is illegal and illegitimate war, which is they have been prosecuting with bravery and courage damage, but this is our way to step up and help people who have been devastated in this conflict and send a message that we'll try to do the same thing going forward. We are going to do a raid today because we had a solid turnout thanks to Fleos' raid and others. And that works like this. If you're not a sub, you can do this. The Arvanauts have landed, followed by Twitch raid, lowercase Twitch, uppercase R, lowercase AID. If you are a sub, you're going to do that, which is the Arvanauts have landed, followed by Twitch raid. Then you've got Arvany Roar, Arvany Hype, Arvany Witch, Arvany Woe, Arvany Smug, Arvany Love, Arvany Blown, all the Arvanys when you were brought over automagically to the place that we're going to raid. Good for you, good for them. And then you can, of course, toddle off to bed. If you are able to head over to the raid, that would be lovely if you're able to make it. I want to thank the amazing mods tonight. Thank you to Dragon Spear. Thank you to Drew the Damager. Thank you to Emily the Invincible. And thank you to Dragon and Emily for being here all day. Really appreciate that. Echo was here for much of the day as well. But thank you to Dragon, Drew, and Emily for being amazing mods. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you as well to Dragon Spear, Drew, Emily, Echo, Tilted Gaming, of course, Fleos, for being amazing Patreon supporters / subscribers. Thank you. Thank you. And Lanky, there might be something of that Epic Quack, and Morrison wanted it too, and I can't blame him. Thank you to 01 Aaliyah. Thank you to Andy, to Arno, to Odysseia, to B Tracker, to Big Boss. Thank you to Combustible Dan. Thank you to Epic Quack. Sorry. Thank you to Darth Sisu, Did Inferno, Drapsnat, Elysian, Feet. Thank you to Garanculus. Thank you to Glips. Thank you to, of course, GogCom. Thanks for the raid again, Fleos, and thanks to the folks at GogCom who came over. Thank you to Infinity Simplex, to his Terma, Jagtris, Jeffrey, Lakaylee, Lanaray, Lindry. Thank you to Mackie Machine. Thank you to Marinda. Thank you to Necrotech Victor. Thank you to Nonstop. Thank you to Robin. Thank you to Resin. Thank you to Sanji. Thank you to Shattered Antiquity. Thank you to Purged. Thank you to Stalio. Thank you to Terran Wanderer. Thank you to Tira Winks and Warchild. Thank you, everybody. You are all the best. I will see you sometime on Wednesday evening. Until then, everyone stick around for the raid, and everyone be good to each other. Much love. Have a good night. Honk.